Welcome everybody to our latest session of the Empire of the Ghouls. As usual, we're going to do a quick recap of what occurred last session before we get underway with tonight's session. So team, you'll likely recall when we picked up last week, you guys were in the Dragon Graveyard, having just fought this very lengthy and in-depth battle with Gondicap and his minions. Luckily, we had Laud doing a double 27 persuasion check that convinced Gondicap to engage negotiations. He dismissed the rest of the team and spoke only with Laud after Laud promised a magical item to him just for agreeing to speak. Gondicap, like many dragons, was very haughty, very self-aggrandizing, looking for compliments, that sort of thing. He was very much trying to garner as much glory upon himself, asking Laud, like, what about me do you find is the best thing about me? These sort of questions. Laud did his best communicating with the dragon and trying to make sure not to anger him, and also went into these negotiations looking to try to procure the staff that Narrowsane had asked you guys to acquire. Gondicap was driving a very hard bargain. At one point, he sent one of his minions out to the rest of the team and said to hand over your best, greatest magic items for negotiation purposes. After a lengthy discussion outside of the Dragon Graveyard, you guys decided to give over the holy robes of Sister Adelind to Gondicap in order to acquire the staff. This legendary item was given over to Gondicap, and this sealed the deal when he allowed the staff to be given to you guys. So he escorted or asked you all to exit, essentially. And then one of his minions brought the staff out and presented that to you guys. And you guys were then able to go on your way. So very beaten up and battered from that battle. You guys had a lengthy journey return back to the vermin-infested tunnels where Narrowsane remained. You guys spent multiple days traveling back there, getting the ability to take some long rests in the hut in order to recover. Once you made your way back to Narrowsane's presence, he once again reformed in the swarm of bugs and was very, very much excited and happy to have his staff returned to him. He looked at the staff as though almost like a loved one. He seemed very, very much infatuated with this staff and was very happy that it was returned to him. In return for the staff, he let you know of a couple of contacts inside Vandicule, Marquis Laszlo Dimas and Marquess Dorva Greysuture. He indicated that these two were essentially Derricule nobles that had swore unending fealty to him, and that once you made your way there and showed the signet ring that he had previously given you, they would know he is still alive and that they should do what they can to assist you. He also handed you guys over a box that he said contained an item that a cleric who had wandered in this area and decided to try to kill him wore. He gave this over to you guys, and after a little bit of investigating, you were able to determine this was a necklace of prayer beads, which essentially allows for a divine spellcaster to have some more magic at their disposal on any given day. With these items, this item in tow, and with Narrowsane's agreement to try to aid you in whatever way he could, you guys decided to make your way back following Narrowsane's recommendation that you make your way to the docks and acquire a vessel so that you could take it across the Sulphur Sea and make your way towards Vandicule. He also explained that on the Sulphur Sea there is a location known as Chandelier Island, and he said on Chandelier Island there is a supply of oil that essentially drips from the ceiling, and that if it is collected, it can be very effective when used against Derricule. So he suggested that you go there and collect some of that oil to be used in your future battles with the Derricule there in Vandicule. You guys also asked how you could find the Marquis or the other individual that he had mentioned. He said once you get to Vandicule, essentially ask the guards there, and they should be able to point you to their estates and put you in contact with them. So with this information in hand, you guys decided to make your way to the docks. You were all masquerading as Derrick yourselves, thanks to the Book of the Hungering Dead. You got to the docks and pretty quickly found that there was a bar of sorts right on the docks. Upon entering it, you guys noticed that there were a few ghouls inside. There was also a ghost inside. The ghost quickly came up to your group and came up to Laud in particular and tried to plead its case, asking for assistance in putting it to rest permanently. It's very quickly and frenetically explained that it had died on the Sulphur Sea and that its remains must be burned. Laud essentially tried to dismiss it or shoo it away because he didn't want to get involved in this whole bit. And unfortunately, this angered the ghost, who then attacked. Luckily, the ghost didn't turn out to be very dangerous, and you guys were able to dispatch it pretty quickly. The other ghouls around just kind of looked on in amusement, giving you the pretty strong impression this is not the first time that this has happened. You guys, with that complete, then tried to speak with the ghouls and tried to arrange passage across the Sulphur Sea. The ghouls seemed less than willing to negotiate with you. It didn't seem like a sort of typical kind of setup where merchants on the surface level or surface area might just take any kind of passengers. This seemed much more regimented. And so, again, with Narrowsane's explanation that you might just have to use brute force to take one of these ships, you guys decided to make your way out to one of the ships, try to speak to the crew there, see if you could still try to work something out. You spoke with one crew member, and he essentially told you to get out of here, that they're not taking you anywhere. After a little bit of threatening him, he said, okay, he'll go talk to his captain. Went and talked to the captain, came out and said, no, not going to happen. You guys threatened him a bit more, and he went back to talk to the captain. The captain then came out with his head separated from his body, tossed it into the Sulphur Sea, and then walked back down below decks. You guys then tried to talk to another crew member and asked that crew member if they, like, essentially the crew would try to band together and fight against the captain. That did not go so well, though, and you guys pretty soon found yourself in a battle on the docks here, trying to take over this vessel. So you guys were fighting these ghouls as well as some lich hounds that were nearby. We had a lot of magic being used in this battle. We had Steel Wind Strike being deployed a couple of times by our resident mage, Artem. We had some force wall or wall of force pop up to separate the battlefield, causing the ghouls to have to really work to try to get around it, essentially separating them from the group, making it much more difficult for them to do anything, absorbing a lot of shots and so forth. Eventually, you guys were able to fight your way to the ship. Caliban suffered some really bad hits from the presumptive captain as she was using a rapier that seemed to deal significant cold damage, and luckily, in one of her hits, critically hitting, she managed to paralyze Caliban and was able to hit him very effectively. The team continued battling their way. The captain tried to get away, shadow stepping away from this vessel after she was already knocked in the water once. Shadow stepped back on the deck, and then Shadow stepped away when she was really hurt. And then we had Artem deciding he did not want her to get away, so used some magic to Dimension Door over there, and then Dimension Door back. So a lot of magic being used in this battle. But eventually you guys did manage to defeat all of these opponents, got the ship pushed off of the docks, and started oaring away. And just as you guys were getting out in the open, getting a bit away from the docks proper, you were able to see off in the distance, about 300 feet away from you, a war galley on your tail, moving at speed that looks like it is eventually going to catch you. So team, that is my quick recap of what occurred last week. What did I miss? And anybody would like to add?
Yeah, so the Dimension Door was used by Arden, but he grabbed Grim to teleport him over as well. And I think Grim is the one who landed the killing blow on the captain before they both got teleported back.
Yes, good addition. Go ahead and take inspiration there, Archgale.
One other thing is when we got to the docks, there were actually two ships. One of which didn't have any people, but like we took kind of a look at it. I don't know if we closely looked at it, but it seemed like it was in pretty bad state compared to the one that we ended up trying to get on before we ended up fighting the crew and taking it over.
Yes, indeed. On the map, it looked like it had some holes in it. You guys didn't investigate it too closely, but likely it was damaged. In fact, I think you heard from the crew that some of the members of that vessel actually went down to the Pit of All Flesh to enjoy some of the fights there while the ship was here for repair. So, yep, good addition. Go ahead and take inspiration, Laud.
You covered most of this, Adam, but just a couple of interesting notes I had written down, which was got a little bit of a geography lesson around Vanderkool being a resort town, which I thought was sort of interesting, to the powerful from the White City, which was the Darakulian capital. And then this ritual that they're expecting to be done, they gave a couple of different locations where the rituals could happen. And part of the ritual, I think the Emperor will actually eat the Archduke, which seems like there's a sense of urgency there.
Interesting. Maybe that is the case. Hard to say, but yep, good additions there, Caliban. Take inspiration as well. All right, if nothing else, let's get into it, folks. So you guys are out on the Sulphur Sea in your vessel. This vessel is known as the Skin Trader. It is a pretty small vessel as far as vessels go, or at least for your group. So you're going to see it's a bit cramped here for you. All right, so as we back out, I would recommend kind of zooming out a little bit here on this map. What you're going to notice, thanks to that group check that you guys succeeded on, you were able to spot this vessel as it was still pretty far away. You can just see the tip of the vessel there to your south as it is making its way closer and closer to your vessel. So again, about 300 feet away. You guys are on your vessel here, pretty narrow. We're not actively in turn order at this moment, so if you wish to move around a bit, you can. If we get to the point where we're starting to cast spells, that sort of thing, obviously we'll move into turn order. But we have 2 people oaring. So as far as who was oaring, I think we had Glory oaring one, and was it Grim the other one?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to scoot you guys just a little bit. Let's go ahead and presume that the oars are kind of in the middle-ish here. So I'm going to say Glory and Grim are at oar position. So think of this as each of them currently oaring to move the vessel to the north. The rest of the team, you can adjust yourselves how you like if you don't like the position that you're in. The sails are also open, so there is some blowing wind here. It's not a lot, but it is certainly moving the vessel a bit. Combined with the oars, as you're kind of scanning and looking, it feels like you're moving at about 60 feet per round. You can tell the war galley is moving faster than that. You don't know exactly how fast, but yeah, it's up to you guys. What would you like to do?
Is anybody proficient in like driving a water vessel, for one thing, and two, like how do we actually steer this? Is it just a like a rudder in the back, or is it like a steering wheel that controls that?
Yeah, there's a steering wheel at the front, so one person typically would take control of that. That would be called the helmsman, and they're kind of guiding which way it goes as far as the sails. And then, of course, the oarsmen are pushing it whatever direction the sails are pushing it as well.
I know how to navigate, but not really drive the boat.
This is my first time on a boat. It's cool. This is different.
Artem will look to see if there's any kind of like tools or anything like that in the boat to help them use it.
That's here above deck? That's what you're looking?
No, he'll run below deck if there's like a big area down there.
It seems like it, based on what you can see here, based on the size of the vessel. You do notice there is essentially a hatch to get down below. So you open the hatch, make your way down. What is the rest of the team doing?
I'm rolling, damn it.
If nobody else is going towards it, Laud would run and take the helm.
All right, so Laud, go ahead and put yourself near the front of, or actually, yeah, why don't you put yourself towards the front of the vessel? We'll assume that's where the wheel is, even though it's not depicted on this ship properly. But you will be at the wheel. Let's put you up one more. I'm going to assume it's kind of in the center up here, essentially, just going off of Theater of the Mind here. So we've got Artem going down below. We've got Laud going to the front. We've got a couple rowers. Anything else?
Given that we are underground and have been, I will hold my hand up in the air and try to see, like, is there wind actually? Like, is the sail useless here, or is there something actually propelling us?
You can tell there is, in fact, wind down here. Now, it's not, if you have any experience, I don't know if Archgill has much experience being on the seas, but I would say an average person probably would assume that this wind is not as strong as it might be, say, on the surface. But yes, there is some wind pushing you. If you stopped oaring, you think you would definitely lose significant momentum, but it would still be moving you some.
And like, how far out are we right now from where we started on the docks?
You guys would be about 200 feet out from the dock. So think of it kind of as like you sort of came this way and then made your way like this. And right when you got at this point is when you spotted the other vessel.
Okay.
If they're for us, how'd they get here so fast?
It's probably their patrol, or they just hang out there.
We shouldn't assume they're after us. Maybe if we kind of head towards the northwest, maybe they'll just kind of go past us.
Does anyone have a smoke screen they can throw up?
I think that's a no. But yeah, I like it. I like it. Let's change directions and see if they're actually following us.
Okay. I would try to do that. Can I see, like, so we're only 200 feet off this shore, so I would assume that we're in relatively shallow water. Could we see, like, how, before we got on, can we tell, like, if this is like a shallow bottomed vessel or like pretty deep? I'm asking because I used to be in the military, so I kind of, like, small boats can get much closer to the shore than like big boats can and stuff like that.
Yeah, I would say that thought is very prevalent here. This vessel likely can go into very shallower waters than a much larger vessel could.
Okay.
Maybe we can lose him in the shallows.
Worth a try. Do it.
I think that's a great idea.
It's better than any idea I've got. I'm gonna cure wounds on Caliban real quick.
All right, so casting a spell, that'll go ahead and put us into initiative order. Everybody's declared what it is that they're doing. So let's go ahead and start the battle.
The offensive cure wound spell.
It looks like Roll20 Sandbox already crashed before we even started today. That's always fun. Let me do a quick refresh. All right, that should have it done. Let's give this a try again. All right, if you have some mechanism of changing your initiative, please do so now.
These initiative rolls.
Yeah, my auto generator likes you, Archgale.
Okay, I'm gonna offer this to Artem, or my initiative.
Sure.
All right, go ahead and swap initiatives.
All right, good.
Okay, so we are at the top of the round here. Artem, you have made your way below decks. As you get below decks, you see this pretty open area. There's definitely some barrels. There is some crates. You see that there are like tables and chairs set out here for folks to sit down. You do notice that there is some paperwork as well. You also notice that there is a woman down here. And as you make your way down and the hatch closes above you, you see she looks at you and she says, and who are you then?
Oh, I'm a member of the new crew. Hello.
Member of the new crew. I don't recall hiring anyone. And your name is?
Name is Artem. Can I excuse myself for one moment? I'm just going to go alert them that you have not been fed down here yet, or you haven't been provided any food.
You see she sort of looks at you a bit quizzically. Go ahead and give me a deception check here, Artem.
I'm going to spend a lucky to give myself advantage on this.
Okay. All right. As you try to convince her of this, you notice she smiles a bit wider, at which point you notice she has sharp fanged teeth. I'm going to go ahead and add her to initiative order. All right, so this is going to be a little bit challenging, but keep in mind that the vessel you're on the lower level at the moment, and you can move essentially anywhere that you could above deck, but you're below deck. What I'm going to do is keep her off to the side, but she's essentially in the space that Grim is right now. So you've made your way down. She's standing right here. You got to kind of both, not mechanically, but just narratively, kind of surprise one another. And then this is what occurs. It is your turn. Anything else you'd like to do?
Is she like 5 feet away from
She
me?
is. Yep. So as soon as you came down, she's standing, pretty close to you.
I will call out above and say, "Hey, there's a woman down here."
All right. You call this out. It's a little bit challenging to hear him above decks with the hatch closed, but you guys make out the gist of what he's saying.
And if I have an action, I will take the dodge action if she looks like she's getting hostile.
All right. You take the dodge action.
Caliban, did you hear that?
We move to Barnaby's turn.
All right. So did I hear him say that there's somebody down there, Adam?
You heard the gist of it. Yep.
All right. And where's the stairs going down? Is
On Artem's space.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and go down as well. I don't remember what I was concentrating on, so I'm going to take that off, Adam.
Okay.
I'm sure whatever it was is a 1 minute thing anyway.
All right. So what is in your hands at the moment here, Barnaby?
It would be my sword and my shield because we were in battle action earlier. So.
All right. So you move 10 feet. You see the hatch at your feet. You have a sword in one hand and a shield in the other. What would you like to do?
Oh, so the hatch wouldn't have been up when he went down?
When he went down, it closed behind him, as I mentioned.
Okay. Yep. Sorry about that. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and drop my sword.
Okay.
And I'm going to open the hatch as my interact with object, and then I'm going to continue down.
Okay, so you drop your sword off to the side, so it's not obviously right where the hatch is. You interact with object, lift it, and then you grab onto the ladder. You're climbing down now, so call that 20 feet to get down to the bottom. You're in now the same space as Artem.
All right, so let's just move over one, just theater the mind it. So then that way that'll be my 20. That'll be 25 feet. And then as my bonus action, I'm going to recall my weapon.
Okay.
And then as my action, I'm going to tell her. I'm going to take the dodge action. I'm going to say, "We mean you no harm. We're here to rescue you." Not even knowing what's going on, but that's what he would do.
Go ahead and give me a deception check.
Hey, Adam, maybe we are here to rescue her now, right? I don't know, right? Or maybe we're not. I don't know.
All right, on her turn, you will see that she sort of, her smile is still there. You can see these little sharp teeth, and she says, Oh, I'm quite certain you're not who you say you are. You're not here for any purpose that aids me, but there's several more of you based on your heartbeats that I can hear, so feel free to go about your business. I won't get in your way. And as a bonus action, she's going to disengage and make her way to the back of the ship. You'll see she leans against the back and just kind of looks at you as the ship is kind of rocking through the water here. You guys can notice that as the kind of the light from above, this little bit of hazy light that is in the air, hits her eyes, you notice it's kind of like normal, and then you see red. Normal, then red. Okay, Laud, you are on the wheel. You're directing it. You're guiding it. What would you like to do?
Okay. So ship driving 101. Does it take like an action to like steer the vessel like in
Yes.
a certain direction? Okay. And right now we're just going forward. I don't really know what I can see ahead of me, but
Keep in mind,
would
you
it
only
be
have 60 feet of dark vision. And again, it's a little bit hazy here. There's sort of like this strange phosphorescent light in the air. It's not very bright. It allows you to see a little bit further. But at the moment, all you're seeing is kind of open water in each direction.
okay? Could I like try to find a place to go to try to lose the ship behind us? Is that something I can do with my action?
You would think so, but what I will tell you is it specifies in the module that before you can spot something like that, a amount of time has to pass. So we'll
Okay.
we will assume that you're kind of looking as you're navigating, but until that time has passed, you don't get an actual roll to see if you spot that.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't really sound like there's a lot I can do here, so I'm just going to use my action to cast a mirror image on myself.
Okay, so essentially you're taking your hands off the wheel, you're doing this cast, and then grabbing upon the wheel once again. Makes sense.
Yep, and that'll be my turn, I guess.
All right, make sure you burn that slot, and we will move to Glory.
I guess I'm just gonna keep rowing the boat.
All right, you keep oaring. You're doing as best you can here, putting your strength into it, pulling the oar. Yes, every time you kind of have a heave-ho rhythm going with the Grim here, you see the vessel is lurching forward bit by bit. Anything else other than oaring, Glory?
No, that'll be it.
All right, we'll move to Grim.
I'm gonna oar too, cause what I'm good at.
All right, you continue oaring as well. We'll move to Archgale.
Okay. I'm gonna do what I said I did. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Caliban at the... Let's see here. Probably at the 3rd level.
All right.
Thank you.
And that will get me some health back as well. And then I'm just gonna bonus action durable and end my turn.
Okay, we'll move to Caliban.
Caliban's just gonna, kind of shout down below. Everything okay down there?
We have a stowaway or
We have
passenger.
yeah, she's a nice lady.
He just gives kind of a bit of a shrug then, and he's gonna head to the back of the ship. Let's see if he can keep an eye on the one that's coming up after us, and take the time to untether the shield off of his back and put a shield on.
Okay. All right, so as we get to the top of the round, what we are going to notice is the warship starts gaining on you. As you guys continue trying to move forward as best you can, you notice the vessel is starting to get closer and you start making out some figures on the vessel. All right, we'll move to Artem's turn.
Are there any other like rooms down here, or is this just one big room that we're in?
It is kind of carved out into little areas here. Are you trying to like kind of search for something in particular?
Well, yes. You know what? I'm gonna do detect magic as like my racial ability, um, and look for any sort of cubbyhole that the captain might have used, or had like more important stuff, and maybe a magical item that we could possibly use, or like I don't know, any kind of tool that would help us navigate the ship.
All right, sounds like you're saying two different actions. I'm going to ask you to clarify. Are you searching, aka doing an investigation check, or are you casting detect magic and seeing if anything magically pings for you?
I'll do detect magic just as my racial ability.
All right, fair enough. So you cast that spell as you're down below here, and you start looking around. No magic items immediately stand out to you other than what you or your allies that you can see might have on them.
Okay, including the woman.
Correct.
Okay. And I will just sort of stand in front of the ladder going up to make sure she doesn't run up there and do anything bad.
All right, fair enough. All right, so as we move to the next turn, there you may find yourself not having much to do as you're continually trying to pilot. So I'm going to try to do this in quick order. Barnaby, is there anything in particular you'd like to do?
I'm just trying to. I'll ask her what she may be doing down here, and just try to see if she gives me any information on how we can best help her.
Sure. So you ask her this, and you see she smiles once again. She says, "Oh, darling, I am the captain. It is my job to see that this vessel safely gets to where it's going. I was going to take a little bit of shore leave there on the docks, but it looks like my plans have changed. How you can help me? Oh, that is so kind of you. I would suppose getting me somewhere safe, so the vessel that's certainly chasing you doesn't think I'm somehow in league with you."
Okay, well, yeah, they are chasing us, and if you know how we could, get away from them, maybe some shoreline that we could get to, that would be wonderful.
"Oh, of course I do, but I'm certainly not going above decks where they can see me. If you all get killed, well, I'm going to try to hide as best I can so they don't know that I was ever here."
Wonderful, that's a great partnership. All right, that'll end my turn. Barnaby's just trying to play nice, see if we can get any intel.
Sure, yep. She does not do anything, just leans against. Laud, piloting, scanning out, anything else?
I'll cast Blade Ward on myself and keep driving, I guess.
All right, feel free to cast that. We'll skip then to Glory. Grim, you guys are both oaring. Anything other than oaring?
Nope.
No.
All right, we'll move to Archgale. What would you like to do? Anything particular?
No.
All right, sounds good. Caliban, anything in particular?
Hey, Laud, they're catching on us. If you can make this thing go faster, that would be great. Seems
I,
pretty
I don't know how to make it go faster.
It's a
Figure it
skinny
out.
pedal.
There's a lot of them. Hey, yeah, you guys, row faster.
All right, we'll
And
move.
I will also cast Blade Ward as well. Sorry. Yeah.
All right, yeah, feel free to do so. All right, as we get to the top of the next round, we see the vessel continues to gain. All right, vessel continues to gain. Artem, your turn. Anything you'd like to do in particular?
Look for any kind of map or navigational tool that they might have down here.
All right, go ahead and throw me an investigation check as you search around. All right, searching around here, you notice that there is a well-organized collection of items on a nearby table. It looks like there is sort of like a small book. It is closed with a clasp. You also notice there is like a sextant next to it. You assume this is used for navigation. And then there are some charts next to it.
Okay. I'll scoop those up and try to use my movement to go above deck.
All right, as you scoop them up, you'll hear from the back of the boat her say, those are mine.
We're just going to borrow them for a moment. We need to use them to escape.
She gives out a sigh as you climb back to the top deck.
Okay. And I will rush over to where Laud is steering and try to, I'm sure I can't do it in this term maybe, but try to determine what the charts tell me about where we should go.
Yeah, that you feel like that is going to be a bit challenging. Certainly not something that can be done quickly, like in measured in actions. But yeah, you make your way, get closer to Laud, see if there's anything you can decipher here, but it's certainly going to take some time. Barnaby, anything in particular you are doing?
Yeah, Blade Ward does sound like a great thing to cast. I'm also going to ask her if there's a spot she would prefer us to take her.
Oh, if this vessel survives, then anywhere that I can get out without being detected. Vandicule might be appropriate.
All right, I'll yell up to the group. Hey guys, the lady would like to go to Vandicule or wherever the ship may survive.
All right, she is still just leaning against. Laud, anything you're doing other than scanning and steering?
Can I guess, dodge while I'm steering? I don't know if that's reasonable or not.
I would say you can choose to either dodge or scan, one of the other, but not both.
Okay, I'd rather scan because I'm trying to find a way to like get out of, out of this or like lose them.
All right, go ahead and throw me a perception check as you scan for anywhere that you think you could lose the vessel. You don't see anywhere like that around you.
Okay. And that was my action, so I think that's it. It'll end my turn.
All right, Glory, Grim, Orin, anything else?
Yes.
Glory, I'm going to skip you then. We'll move to Grim. What would you like to do?
Lord, go talk to that woman. She doesn't want to be seen. Maybe there's a win-win out of this. Go talk to her. Use your silver tongue.
I'm driving.
Oh, give it to Arum.
I've never driven a boat before.
Neither has he. Hurry up.
All right, you
It's gotta
shout
be a
this.
deal.
You shout this out. Anything else, Grim?
They're gonna kill us if there's not a deal made, and that's it.
All right, Archgale, anything particular for you?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'm gonna cast this and choose necrotic.
And this is on yourself?
Yep.
Okay, you are concentrating on that. Caliban, anything for you?
Vandicule? Isn't that where we're going? We're going the same way, aren't we? That's it.
All right, move to the top of the next round. The vessel gets closer. All right, once it gets to this point, we move to Artem's turn.
Okay. Artem is going to try to. Is the chart thing? Does that seem like a multiple round sort of scenario?
Yes. So you're investigating charts, and first of all, you'd have to be like, okay, where are we? Where's it's not like in writing that you're super familiar with. So yes, you certainly think it will take some time to center yourself, look at all the different marking. Like it's pretty elaborate.
Okay. I am proficient in navigator's tools. That's the only other thing I'll add to that. But I will stand up next to Laud and offer to drive the boat, and then simultaneously try to see what he's looking for out there, or scanned.
All right, fair enough. So you mentioned that to Laud, right?
Yep.
And then you're also trying to look around, you're saying?
Yes.
All right, so you guys will be only make one, like, essentially scan check per turn. If both of you combine, you can make the check at advantage, but for this round, it's not going to aid you at all. But yep, you're standing up there. I'm going to scoot you a little bit closer to Law just so we have this pretty clear. All right. Yeah. Okay. Sounds like that will be the end of your turn then, Artem.
Sure.
All right. So once we get to initiative count 20 and the warship is this close, as you guys are watching to the south, you notice that the front of the vessel has this massive figurehead. It's hard to make out exactly what it is, but you notice this large circle in the center of the figurehead, and suddenly an explosion rings out very loud as this huge ball flies towards you. As it flies towards you and smashes into the vessel, I need everybody to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
I'm going to spend my last lucky to give myself advantage on this.
I will, assuming that is a failure, I will use my inspiration to reroll that.
Let's hold off on any rerolls
Same.
for just a moment. All right, I'm seeing 7 rolls, so we're good. Okay, so now if you're wanting to reroll, let's do one at a time. Laud, you said you're using your inspiration?
Yes, and then reroll.
Yep, feel free. Yes, 10 is a failure. Okay, 10 is still a failure. And then, I'm sorry, Archgale, were you also wanting to use inspiration?
Yep.
All right, yes, 5 is certainly a failure. Feel free to roll.
Sorry, Adam, and then I'll pile on that. Oh.
Okay, Archgale, that's
Nobody
still a
else-
failure. Caliban, you're burning inspiration as well?
Yeah, nobody else has improved, but I'm going to buck that trend. Oh, it was a bit better.
Unfortunately, that is still a failure.
Oh.
All right, so let's see. We've got those 3 failures.
Adam, I don't know if anyone's within my aura. It's not going to help me because a 15's a failure, then a 12's a failure, but I
You're
don't
still
know if
down
anyone...
below, right?
Yeah.
No aura. All right, so we've got those failures. Grim will succeed. Glory will succeed. Everybody else fails. All right, if you fail, you're going to take some damage.
Is it an 18 a fail?
Why are you at advantage? Oh, you spent lucky. I'm sorry. Yes, you are. That is a success. Okay,
Sweet.
so if you succeeded, you will take half of this damage. If you fail, you take full damage. Barnaby, yours is going to be separate since you're down below. All right, so failure, 32 points of bludgeoning damage. I'm sorry, slashing damage. So essentially what this is this is like a big ball of bones. It flies in, smashes, and shatters, and like shrapnel flies everywhere, striking into you guys and wounding you. So again, that damage was if you failed. If you succeeded, obviously it's half. Now, Barnaby, as I mentioned, yours is separate. Since you are down below, your damage is...
Far less.
It is indeed. Yep, you failed, so it's going to be 13 points, but it is a lower damage roll. Okay, so that was at initiative count 20. I'm seeing some rolls in the concentration deal. What I'm seeing here, it looks like Archgale, you have advantage, but you failed twice, so whatever you were concentrating on looks like it would be gone. Do Caliban, Laud, you guys both look like you're okay. Or actually, wait a minute. No, the DC would be a little higher, so I'll rely on you guys to update whether you're still concentrating or not based on what I see in those rolls there. Yeah, Barnaby, you are up. You've just felt this huge rocking on the ship. Anything you would like to do?
All right, I'm going to go ahead and get up, climb up on from down below. So since the hatch where the hatch is, do I need to drop my sword again?
You're climbing up the ladder. You would need to drop your sword so you have a hand free to actually climb. Then you would climb
I'll
up.
go ahead and do that, yeah.
All right, so essentially you climb up. You're having to push the hatch open and get up. You notice that the hatch is kind of how it's set up here is it only opens so far, so you kind of have to hold it open as you climb up, and as you get up, it then slams shut.
All right, and I am going to go ahead and cast a spell. I'm going to cast. I am going to cast Moonbeam on top of the deck of the ship.
All right, you cast Moonbeam. Go ahead and post that.
Yeah, I want to just make sure it's like 120 feet. It was a second ago, but I'm moving my map because zooming out, zooming in kind of thing, you know. Actually, it's way too far for Moonbeam, but what I'll do is I will go ahead and just cast it as far as I can anyway, just to be able to use that action up. Adam, I'll cast it at 120 feet away, even though it won't hit anything at this time.
All right, go ahead and post that. All right, let's get you a small icon that can represent that. That's just, I'm going to use this lightning ball. So let me give you, this is a 5-foot radius, I think. 5-foot radius. Essentially, that's 2 by 2. So let me make sure I've got this set up properly. All right, so that's 2 by 2. Let me give you access to this. All right, and you said you can summon it 120 feet away from you, and you wanted to summon it as far back down as you could.
Correct. Yeah, right in front of the ship, as best I can.
All right, let me do a quick confirmation with my measuring here. Looks like you get 5 more feet. All right, I'm putting one more down. All right, so you've conjured this. You are now concentrating on Moonbeam.
Okay, and as and I'm going to, for the rest of my movement, I'm going to move back down the stairs and everything so I can watch the lady. And as my bonus action, I'm going to reclaim my sword.
All right, I think you're doing a little bit too much here. So you dropped your sword, you climbed up, interact to open the hatch, got above deck, hatch closed, you cast a spell. You would need another interact with object to open the hatch.
Okay, all right, then I'll go ahead and end my turn there.
All right, you stay up on docks. I'm going to remove her from obvious initiative since no one has eyes on her. And we will move to Laud's turn. Laud, scanning, steering, anything else? Are you taking Artem up on his offer?
Sure. I guess I'll do that. I'd rather scan for this turn, and then I'd also like to use my bonus action to cast Healing Word on myself at the 2nd level.
Okay, so you're going to scan. Artem, are you going to also spend your action scanning? Or no, you already took your turn. And did you use your action for anything?
Yes. Yeah, I scanned on my action.
All right, so Laud, go ahead and make a perception check at advantage.
Okay.
All right, so you and Artem together are looking, you're scanning around for anything that might benefit you here based on having the smaller vessel. Off in the distance, about 100 feet away, you do notice a shallower area where you can see that there are a lot of rocks sticking out of the ground, making almost like narrow pathways through the Sulphur Sea.
Okay. I will point that out, and I mean, if I see that, I can just keep steering because I can already see it. So I'll be like, I'll just point it out.
Hey, it's there. We're going there.
And I'll just keep driving towards it.
Okay. Yeah, you're about 100 feet away from it still. Anything else on your turn?
Nope. And my turn to call out.
About 100 feet away.
All right, Glory, Grim, rowing. Anything else you guys are doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna rage,
He's gonna rage roar.
All right.
and then I don't know if this will help, but I'll suggest to to Grim that we dash. I guess dash row.
Oh, okay. So you're trying to like do extra effort to maybe exert yourself, but try to move the vessel a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So I will say if you want to risk potentially overexerting yourself, give me an athletics check. I've got a DC set. If you miss that by 5 or more, you're going to take a level of exhaustion. But if you both make it, you will move this vessel a little bit further. And you're making this at advantage because of rage. Is that right?
Let's see.
Yep, you have advantage
believe
on strength checks. Yep. So I'm going to take that as a 22. So that is a success. Or wait a minute. 22. Yeah. So Grim, you rolled as well. Okay. So yes, you guys are able to increase the speed of your oaring by about 50% for this round. I'm going to skip those turns and move to Archgale.
I'm not even raging, bud. This is easy.
I'm going to channel divinity, preserve life. And I'm going to give Caliban whatever would get him to half, and then the rest to me, because I think Laud is above.
Yeah, I'm above half.
Okay, so I'll give it to Caliban. It's probably going to be like 5 points. I don't know.
Yeah, okay, actually, I'm at half. Exactly at half.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I'm just going to do that on me then. All right, I got to do math really quick. Hold on.
Your half would be 45, so you can take 8.
Thank you. That's fine. And then I'm going to bonus action mass healing word at the 4th level. And I'm going to cast that on, how many people do I get with that? Up to 6. So I'm going to go ahead and do myself, Laud, Caliban, and Artem.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so 21. And then, of course, I will get 6 extra for healing. And that is action, bonus action. So I end my turn.
All right, Caliban, anything specific for you?
Hey, Lord, can you do that wall thing again? That might work. And can I recast? I lost concentration on Blade Ward. Can I recast Blade Ward?
Sure.
I will do that. In my turn.
All right, we move to Artem's turn.
All right. So it looks like Laud has this under control, right? So Artem will grab the papers and again rush to the trapdoor.
All right, currently Barnaby is standing in that space.
Oh, can I get down there quickly just to make sure she doesn't escape and tell him where we're going?
Yeah, I'd love to move, but it's not my turn. But on my next turn, you can maybe hold an action or something. I don't know.
Okay. He will take the dodge action.
All right, you dodge an initiative count 20 once again as the vessel is getting closer. I actually forgot to move it this time. Let me move it. You're going to notice as it fires again. Dexterity save from all.
I will use my last luck point to roll this at advantage.
All right.
And now I'm on top in case that helps anybody, Adam. So
Yep, I'm watching. All right, so Barnaby, you will fail. Caliban will fail. Laud, you will succeed. Glory will succeed. Artem will succeed.
Adam, that's a 17 for me. Just wanted to confirm if that's a failure.
17 is a failure.
Okay, thanks. Well, not thanks, but okay.
Confirmation, thanks. All right, let's see. Did I miss anybody? Do we have Grim?
Yeah, I got 20.
Oh, I
Adam,
missed yours
can
at the top there. Yep.
before I know the damage, can I use an Indomitable to reroll that?
Sure, if you've got one left.
I do. So this will reroll it and then add my fighter level, and I have to reuse it. All right, this could still go horribly wrong, but let's see. Oh, yep, that went horribly wrong. So that would be 15. I still fail. Right.
That is still
Oh,
a
unless I
failure.
get Barnaby's aura, would that bump me up?
Yes, that will be enough.
Oof.
All right, so everybody, I believe, has rolled. So if you failed, you're going to take full damage. If you succeed, it'll be half. This will be 35 points of slashing damage as this big ball shatters and explodes all around you.
Would I also cut that in half again if I'm raging now?
Yes.
And what kind of damage did you say this was?
This is slashing.
What? Okay.
And the damage was 45?
35. Ignore the 45. That's something else I'm tracking.
Yeah, I'm glad it helped some of you guys, my aura. I'm going to have to go talk to my deity or whatever.
Yeah, that was killer. I made that hard on myself, but thank you.
Okay, so after the vessel got closer, fired off, exploded this shot, we move to Barnaby's turn.
All right, as my action, I'm going to go ahead and move that 60 feet. Let me measure it.
All right,
Let
you
me
notice...
remeasure.
It's okay. You
Yep.
notice as the beam is getting closer, it's hard to see from this far away, but you notice one of those individuals standing at the front motions with his hand as your beam dissipates.
Outstanding. Okay, so that's my action. I'm going to interact with object. I'm going to go ahead and open it up, and I'm going to go down the stairs.
All right, you climb back down the stairs, spending 10 feet of movement. You get down below. You don't see her standing in the same spot.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and wait there. I've already used my bonus. I've already used my my turn. So
Okay, we will move to Laud's turn. Still steering, still scanning. Anything in particular you're doing?
Yeah, I assume like would I need to use my action to like steer towards where we're going, or
Yes.
is that just okay? So I will do that, and then I'll call out to Artem.
Artem, take the wheel when you get a second. I think I can stop them.
Okay.
That's assuming that Artem kind of also knows where we're going, because the two of us saw it together. Is the way I understood that.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. And then I will, as a bonus action, inspire Arctic Inspiration on Artem, and that will end my turn.
All right, Glory Grim. Anything other than just Orin?
You do a dash thing again. I don't think it helped. Did it seem like it helped, Adam?
It's hard to tell from where you're sitting, right? Because you're just trying to put all your effort into Ori, but it certainly feels like you're moving the vessel further than you were before.
Yeah, dash again.
Let's go again.
All right, go ahead and throw me athletics checks, and we'll see how you do. All right, 2 more successes. Yes, this round's movement will be increased by 50% as well. All right, we'll move over to...
extend my rage.
Yep, gotcha. All right, we'll move over to Archgale.
I mean, I don't have much else I can do, so I'm just going to keep everyone alive. That's what I do best. So I'm just going to cast Mass Healing Word, and I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm going to do Caliban, Barnaby, Artem, Laud, and myself.
Barnaby
And
is now below deck, so you cannot see him.
Oh, never mind. Then just us 4. Oh, I guess, and Glory, too. It looks like he's missing a little, so this will just be 3rd level. Here it comes.
Nice.
So I will get 5 plus the 15.
I'm worried about the boat.
And I'm going to recast that as my action. And I'm going to do slashing. And I end my turn.
All right, Caliban, anything specific you're doing?
Can I use one of my healing kits to patch up some of this slashing damage I have to roll one of my hit dice?
Sure, yeah, as long as that's how the ability works.
It said a creature within 5 feet of you, so I'm assuming.
Yes, you can use that on yourself, yeah.
Yep. Okay.
All right, and then you get to add your proficiency bonus to that.
Oh, cool. Okay, thanks. My turn.
All right, we move to Artem's turn.
Okay, Artem is going to run up Digwad's place.
You feel free to step just one space to his left, just so it's easy. We know where everyone's at. All right, so you're essentially putting your hands on the wheel. You guys both are like kind of doing this ghost, both of your hands on the clay pot thing for a moment, but yeah.
Okay. And then is steering it is like taking over my action to steer it?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what I do. I don't really have a bonus action.
All right, so you get up there, hands on deck. We notice the vessel getting closer once again. And once again, we see this explosion as the big ball of bone smashes into the vessel. I'll need deck saves once again. All right, Artem, Glory, you have failed so far. Everybody else succeeded.
I'm gonna roll. I'm in Barnaby's.
No, Barnaby's down
Barnaby
below once again,
down
so
the
no
stairs.
more aura.
I did give you Bardic Inspiration, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna still roll. I'm gonna roll Bardic Inspiration to see if I can hit a high number. It's a D10, right?
Yep.
Okay,
No.
Artem, that will still be a failure. Glory, what is your rage damage bonus?
3.
16, unfortunately, is still failure.
I would still have this, right?
Oh, okay, yep. So then, yes, that is a success. All right, so if you failed, you're going to take full damage. Success is half. So that's going to be 34 points of slashing damage.
Hey, Adam, since I'm down below, do I take different damage?
You do indeed, yes. That 12 is for you, Barnaby. I didn't see if you succeeded or not, but if you did, half or full.
I've had some wild hit point swings here in the last session and a half.
All right, Barnaby, you are down below, standing basically at the ladder. What would you like to do?
All right, I'm going to come back up, Adam. I'm going to say, I think she's invisible. I can't see her.
All right, so
And
you
then
climb
I'm going to
back up the stairs, interact with object, open it, bonus action to resummon your sword, I'm assuming, and then find yourself back in top deck?
No, I'm not going to resummon the sword just yet. Well, I may wind up doing it. But anyway, I'm going to come to the center here, and I'm going to Eldritch Blast their boat.
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll. Or just, post your Eldritch Blast. All right, the 27 and 24 will hit. The 14 will miss. You notice neither one of your attacks do enough damage to overcome the war vessel's damage threshold. Essentially meaning you didn't do enough damage to have any actual effect on the boat.
Yeah, but I bet they fear the no-mel. I don't know. So, Well, heck, why not? I may as well, since I do have a bonus action, I may as well go ahead and summon my sword.
All right.
Yeah, I don't have anything else to do with my bonus action right now, so.
Okay, Laud, your hands are on the vessel, or the wheel, I should say, but Artem's are as well. What would you like to do?
Yeah, so I'll start by moving back here, and then assuming Barnaby was able to shoot at the boat, so I assume I can also see the boat with the dark vision that we have.
You can see it,
And-
as long as whatever you're trying to do has enough range.
Yep. So what I want to do is I want to cast Wall of Force like right in front of the boat, so that it ideally just crashes into it.
All right, go ahead and post that.
That's not the big one, but here. And if it's not tall enough to kind of get in the way of the cannon thing too, I would want it to be tall enough ideally, because it can be like 10 by 10 or 5 by 2, if you will, or like twice
Okay.
as high.
So to clarify, are you doing it 100 like this? Is your 120 feet, and you're trying to essentially go like that, create a wall like that?
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, fair enough. So you create these 10 by 10 panels. Are you doing 10 by 10, or are you doing 5 by 5 to try to make it taller?
I'd probably make it tall. No, I want to make sure that they can't steer around it, even though they can't see it. So
10
do the full 10.
horizontally. Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
10 horizontal. I want them to crash into it more than I want to stop a shot.
All right, fair enough. So you cast this spell. The wall manifests. Nobody sees it, of course. So you cast this, and it takes effect.
Okay, and then so that was 10 feet of movement. I'm right near the hatch to go down, right? Is that open?
No, the hatch always closes unless it's manually held open.
Okay. Dang it. All right, I can't go in there then. Okay.
The opening the hatch is just interact with objects. So unless you've used your interact with object, you can
Oh, okay.
that.
Then I'll do that. I wanna climb down to like try to get out of line of sight while maintaining my concentration. If I can do
Okay.
that.
Yeah, you can. Sure. So you open the hatch, you climb down.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right, Glory, your turn. Anything you're doing other than oaring?
Dashing again.
All right.
For ore.
All right. Feel free to throw me athletics checks. Okay, so Grim, you notice the vessel is starting to turn a bit more to the left because you're rowing super powerful, but unfortunately, Glory is not. So it's not going exactly straight. Glory, please take a level of exhaustion. All right, I'm going to skip past you guys' turn to move to Archgale. Anything on your turn?
Yeah. You sure know how to make things interesting. I'm gonna cast Mass Cure Wounds. I guess centered on, this middle part. Basically where it hits all my friends who are above deck. Rolling healing for that now.
All right, that should be everybody, I believe, except for Laud.
Yep. Okay, everyone gets 34. I will get an extra 8.
Thank
you,
you
sir.
again.
Okay, and then the other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to move 5 feet. And I'm going to actually use an item I just got. Let me just make sure really quickly that the spell does what I want it to do, but I'm pretty sure
Fifth
it
level
does.
fireball. There you go.
Yeah, wrong kind of cleric. Okay, it does. I'm going to use the necklace of prayer beads. And I'm going to, because I can use it as a bonus action, I'm going to use the Greater Restoration on Glory to remove his level of exhaustion.
All right, you will notice that bead will fade in color and be dull, and it works.
Okay, and I end my turn.
All right, Caliban, anything for you?
I don't think so. I will use another healer kit. How about that? To keep this battle of hit points one way versus the other. I will roll that and end my turn.
All right. And when we get to the top of the next round, Artem, essentially you're at the mouth of what I'm going to call a river. It's not really a river, but with all these stones sticking out of the ground, you're essentially getting to this point where you have to navigate through these shallower waters and through all of these stalagmites that stick up from the ground to try to not strike into them. You don't need really high speed anymore. In fact, your boat's kind of listing in the wrong direction just a little bit. You're not totally, like, if you just kind of right it, essentially, you'll be okay. But you don't need to move super fast because you kind of have to move carefully through these stalagmites.
All right, Artem will call back to him and be like, "Tighten up, gentlemen. We need to get through this treacherous terrain here.
What does that mean?
Slow down a little bit."
Oh, thank God.
And he will try to steer us safely through.
All right, so you give that order and you continue steering with the wheel as best you can. The vessel continues moving closer. I mapped this out last time. It can still move its full movement without hitting the wall. And then we will see the explosion. But instead of striking into your vessel, it will hit essentially the wall of force as it strikes into it and just shatters in this area. You will see a lot of commotion now on the vessel. It seems as though they are communicating with one another and so forth. That will take us through to you guys' turns, but you're in the shallower waters. You're going to notice that the vessel can't seem to really follow you so well. So it doesn't look like it's going to strike damagingly into the wall. It's probably going to hit it, but you can see that they are slowing the galley down now, and it looks like it's probably just going to kind of buttress up against the wall to an extent, and they will very likely be able to oar backwards and start getting progress, but you've certainly bought yourself quite a bit of time here. So you guys are effectively in the shallow waters, out of the reach of the war vessel, and in this stalagmite forest.
Hey, good job, Lord. That's cool.
Thanks.
Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and cancel our battle music here. So think of yourselves as being in the Sulphur Sea. You're sailing to the north at the moment, and you have a rough idea of where you're trying to go. So you guys have left this location. You're making your way up. So yeah, you're like here-ish as you're continuing to sail to the north. So you're slowing down the speed of your oaring to make sure that it's not too dangerous. And you're navigating this fairly easily. Artem, go ahead and give me your choice of either intelligence or wisdom check with proficiency thanks to your navigator's tools.
Okay. How do I add proficiency to like a check like that?
I don't think you'll be able to from the sheet directly, so just post it and then we'll add it manually.
Okay.
When you click the tool, does it not do that?
I haven't even used tools on 2024. I'm not sure.
So another 4 to that.
Okay, so 18. Yes, you are managing to navigate it as best you can, and you find that it is moving through pretty carefully. You're having to turn the wheel pretty aggressively at some times to really make sure you're not striking into these stalagmites.
It smells terrible here.
Okay, so what's up with the girl? Was there a girl down there?
I don't see anyone.
She was.
Look,
She claimed
that
to be
girl.
the. She claimed to be the captain.
Well,
She
tell her we
seems-
lost him.
She had fangs. She
Oh yeah,
was-
well, I think we escaped.
Yeah, so tell her that we did it, and she owes us a favor
Okay.
for
Well,
stealing her boat.
well, I think we lost them. I'm gonna go back up top. You can feel free to come up when you feel safe. I'm not gonna search for you because it's your boat.
I could go down there and guys, I can cast fairy fire down there, and if she's invisible, she'll come. It will pop open.
Well, I like what Lod said. It's her boat. Come on up when you're ready. It's a boat, right? This isn't a ship. I think it's a boat.
How much longer is our journey?
Good question. If somebody wants to take a look at the charts and things that Artem pulled in, compare that with the map you have, gauge the distance you've moved so far, you might be able to get an estimate of that. If somebody would like to take the lead on that, feel free to throw me a survival check.
I'm decent at that.
Yeah, so as a reminder, you guys said, aren't we heading to Vandacule? But in speaking with Nero saying, he had told you to go to Chandelier Island, so I presume you're still trying to head to Chandelier Island. Is that correct?
Truth.
I think so, yeah.
Yep.
So based on your ability to navigate the waters, gauging how far you've already moved, there is a little bit of guesswork involved here, Glory, but you're thinking this is going to take you somewhere between 15 to 20 hours to get to Chandelier Island.
All right, I'll let everybody know just how long I think it's going to take us, and that's a long time to have a loose cannon on board.
Hey, Adam, I'm going to go downstairs.
Okay, you climb down the ladder and find yourself below decks.
You said there was table and chairs down there?
There is, yep, and there's crates and barrels and so forth.
Okay, I'm going to pull up a chair, put my hand on the table, and lean back and say,
All right. I feel like we could work something out here. Worship's not on us anymore. You know, this thing happened, but we got to be a way we can unfuck it. So whenever you feel like talking, I'm here. Name's Grim.
All right. As you're looking, you notice in one of the kind of like side areas here, it's not large enough to really be called a room, but there's like a little bit of a wall that separates it from the main area. You will notice her head peeks down from the ceiling, where you presume she is stuck on the ceiling at the moment. And you see she sees that it is just you. She blinks a couple times, drops and lands effortlessly on her feet. And she says, "Oh, what did you have in mind?"
Well, I figure one of two things. Primarily, I'm sure that worship was after us because we allegedly stole your ship. Or are you in some kind of trouble with those guys? Because, I may be used to some little bit of, smuggling here and now and then back where I'm from.
No trouble at all, my friend. I was simply tasked with bringing the ambassador to Vandacule and bringing her back safely, which I did, though with your arrival, I presume she's no longer safe.
Well, no, I don't remember any ambassador, but I get hit on the head a lot.
Oh, don't worry. I didn't like her much anyway.
Did she have a cold sword?
All right, look, we're gonna go to that Chandelier place. So is that a good spot to kind of give you your ship back? Sorry about the inconvenience. Be willing to pay you for this mishap.
You see she blinks a couple of times and kind of presses her arms down her clothes, almost like straightening out the fabric. And she says, "Oh, no worries whatsoever. No payment needed. I am more than happy to allow you to use my vessel, you well-armed individuals. Unfortunately, Chandelier Island is nowhere for someone like myself to just remain. I presume you're not going to stay there very long either, yes?"
Oh, no. Just little tasks to do here and there.
She takes a couple of slow steps closer to you, looking at the ground, and then raises her face and gives you this very coquettish smile. "Where's your ultimate destination, if I might ask?"
We're going to the Vandacule, of course.
"Oh, perfect. That would suit me just fine. My vessel makes many travels there. If it would not be too much of a bother, I'll just stay out of your way, and once you make your way to Vandacule, you'll exit, and I'll give it a bit of time to lay low, and then things will go back to how they were. Does that sound satisfactory?"
Yeah, that sounds fair. Just so why Why? What's up with Shadow Island that makes you feel uncomfortable?
Have you not heard about it?
I'm not the smartest guy in the room, but I
Oh,
heard
give
that.
yourself some credit. Look how brave you were to come down here and speak with me all by yourself. I think that takes someone who's very smart.
Well, I could take a beating. I figure I'd last maybe 3 rounds with you.
You see, she smiles once again. Oh, I'm not the violent type whatsoever. I'm more than happy to engage in the diplomatic arts.
Great. So what's up with Shadow Island? These rumors I'm hearing is just making me nuts.
I'm happy to share everything I know. Well, there are apparently these angels that guard the island, and they attack whoever gets close.
Oh, well, why would they attack us?
I can't say. I just know from what I'm told, we always steer away from it because it is said they attack any vessel that gets close. I don't know much other than that. Of course, I've always steered the skin trader here away from Chandelier Island. Wouldn't want to invoke the wrath of those angels. Of course, I've heard the tale that you can acquire ghoul bane oil there, but such oil is highly illegal in Vandicule. You wouldn't want to be caught carrying such a quantity of oil.
Yeah, I bet they'd frown against that, wouldn't they?
Yes, it's very effective against them, so they don't like people to have it, of course.
I see. I see. You never thought about trading in some smuggling deals to make some money?
Money is not really what I'm after, I'm afraid, darling. Just trying to keep my own skin intact. It's quite dangerous down here in Ghoul Land.
Ah, I see. So, Adam, does she look like a ghoul?
She does. No, she does not. I will say that you've spent a little bit of time with her here. She does have small fangs that you see when she smiles occasionally that kind of protrude out of her mouth every now and again. But on a quick glance, you would assume she's just a human.
I think we still look like ghouls, too.
Yeah, I think we are, right? We're in ghoul form.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
I'd like to go below the ship as well.
All right, so as you're chatting here, Grim, you'll hear the sound of the hatch open up, and you see Archgale start climbing down. You'll see she kind of backs into the shadows a bit.
Yeah, now, this is Archie. Okay, it's Archie. He's the smart one. I'm the brave one and comes down and just makes friends. So, is it all right if the 3 of us, I mean, we're not going to attack you because we have your ship and we'll give it back.
Oh, if he's as kind as you are, I'd be happy to chat with him. Archie, is it?
Well, you can call me Archgale. Archie's more of a nickname.
Archgale it is, then. I am Alexstra. Nice to meet you.
You don't look like a ghoul.
Oh, I am not a ghoul. Good eyes.
Well, is this your ship? I thought we killed the captain. Grim, you killed the captain, didn't you?
Well, she said she was the captain. Are you the captain, or did I kill? Who? Are you the first mate? That's what happened. I killed the captain, and you're. I see what you did.
Very intelligent on the way ships work, but I'm afraid I am actually the captain. The one I suspect you killed, the Shadow Fae ambassador, well, she was not from here. She simply was on a diplomatic mission to Vandicule, and I was tasked with bringing her there.
Well, can I insight that to see if she's telling the truth about it?
Sure, throw an insight check. Yes, she's telling the truth.
Okay. The Shadow Fae ambassador? Oh, well. I guess that would explain all the teleporting around.
Yes, indeed. They sure like to do that, don't they?
So wait, I don't understand. You're not a ghoul, and you run this ship here.
I am not a ghoul, but of course neither are you. And yes, of course I do run the ship.
Wait, you can tell we're not ghouls? Well, we look very ghoulish.
She smiles slightly again. You see the fangs protrude ever so slightly from her mouth. Oh, honey, I can smell the blood right beneath your skin. It is alive and teeming with life. You are no ghoul.
Bandicool, do they have more like you? I presume you're a vampire?
Something like that. There may be, if there is some kind of, conversation or deal going on. We are welcome down here, but we don't like to be down here for too long. There's not enough fun, you might say. But every now and again, sure, some of them are around.
You're not gonna take interest in eating us, are you?
Not at all. I am just hoping I can escape this whole thing with my skin intact. I saw what you guys did, or at least I can see how well armed you are. I heard all the commotion upstairs. If you were chased by the warship and managed to get away, well, you're quite impressive individuals, and I wouldn't want to cross blades with you.
Yeah, well, ever the diplomat that you are. Um, so wait, if you're a captain, then you don't want to stay down. Well, you say the vampires don't want to stay down here. Why do you stay down here?
Normally, I don't, of course. Normally, I am up top captaining the ship, but you are all taking that task upon yourselves. The vessel's moving quite well. Of course, it certainly took some damage from those shots from the warship, but I suppose it's safer for me down here.
Wait, you usually captain a ship on the surface?
On the surface of the ship, yes, you can't captain so well from below deck, silly.
Oh, I see. Um, Let me check my notes here, see if there's anything I should ask you.
Well, you got it, sweetie. We're going to Shenandoah Island. We're gonna get some bootleg oil, make some money. So you have any tips about it? You said you avoided it, but we're gonna try to get some of that, sell it to the highest bidder, since the gig's up.
I'm sure it will sell for quite well if you're selling to the enemies of the ghouls.
Right.
Okay.
Where are they at?
The enemies of the ghouls? The surface? Beyond here. Definitely not down here in Ghoul Land.
Yep. Well, that's the plan. Ugh. Go ahead, Archie. Sorry. Ugh.
Oh, no, you're fine. Since you are the skipper of this ship, have you transported any prisoners like recently? I don't think so, but they had maybe just out of necessity for needing to do something really quickly. Have you seen any humans, prisoners?
Yes, of course. There are human cattle taken to Bandicule pretty frequently, actually.
And you transported them?
Yes.
Did you see any with a royal like regalia?
Well,
Actually, I will even hold up a wanted. I think we still have a wanted poster of the Archduke.
Does anybody have that on their character sheet?
I think it's in the bag of holding, actually.
Feel free to double check. If it's there, great. If not, someone can spend inspiration to find it if you guys didn't write it down.
Don't see it on there.
All right, I'll presume you guys don't have it. If somebody wants to spend inspiration to find it, of course you can do that.
Spent it. It's right here, Archie. You kept it. You gave it to me. You didn't want to lose it. I used inspiration to take it out of my pocket, sis.
All right, so Grim finds it tucked away. You're handing this over to her?
Yep.
All right, as you step a bit closer to her, you notice that she smiles at you, and you notice her eyes linger on your neck for a little bit longer than makes you comfortable. But when you hold out this piece of parchment, you'll see she does take it from you slowly, and then she unfurls it and looks at it, and you see she smiles once again. Oh, yes, I did see this fat one.
Where did you see him?
On my vessel. I actually took him to Vandicule. Oh, must be 7 or 10 days ago. It's hard to keep track.
did you hear anything about what his purpose was? What is he, other than a prisoner, what was going to happen?
I didn't ask, but he was under very heavy guard by elite forces of the Ghouls, so I presumed he was some prisoner of great importance.
What legion were those guards from?
I don't keep track of the Ghoul legions, I'm afraid to say. I keep out of their business as much as I can. I don't know if it was actually guards, even dressed like that. They seemed more, I don't know, I guess you would call them like elite forces. They seemed like they were very much high up in the ranks, as best I could tell.
Weren't there papers down here? What are all the papers? Someone was saying there was papers down here.
Yes, your little elfish friend stole my belongings and made its way up top.
Well, I'll go talk. I'll go get them. I want to look at those papers. I'll be right back. I'll scoot the chair back. I'll walk upstairs and try to get those papers.
Grim, make sure you look for a dossier, a logbook of some kind.
I'm bringing it back down. Just hold
Okay,
your horses.
all right.
Just give me a couple minutes. I'm gonna ask for Artem to hand me the stuff that he took, and I'm gonna bring it downstairs if Artem agrees.
Yeah, I think Artem's just steering the boat. So he's like, yes, I placed them right there.
Good
They're,
job.
they're on the ground next to him.
Yep, so you guys are moving at fairly slow pace right now. Obviously, Grimm's no longer oaring, so I'm assuming Glory also is not oaring. Otherwise, you'd be kind of going in circles, right? But there's enough of a breeze down here. The vessel's moving slowly. Artem is navigating with the wheel to make sure you guys don't strike any of these stalagmites. Anybody else making their way down to join this conversation or staying up top?
I'm staying up top.
Staying up top.
Eldritch Blast ready.
Yeah, let's stay up top.
It's gonna stay up top, but are you able to rest? Like, is this a window we can get a rest in?
You can attempt to start a rest, but it hasn't been an hour yet, so.
Okay.
I'll open up. I'll take a chair and I'll move it. Have a seat, darling. Let's just look through this stuff. Maybe there's something in there that would give us some insight.
I can tell you what is in there. I appreciate the offer of a seat, but I feel more comfortable having my back to a wall. There's not much in there that is going to be of use to you. I can tell you what's in there as I wrote it all. Is there something particular that you're looking for?
Well,
Names, people you transported, maybe that same day with the Archduke.
Oh, I don't keep records for those kind of things. In fact, the Ghouls are pretty insistent on me not doing that. They usually just tell me to keep my mouth shut and take them to and fro. I can't say that can offer you much of that. All you'll really find in there is my almanac. It provides some of the locations here on the Sulphur Sea, some tables detailing the magical currents and tides and so forth.
Oh,
Maybe you'd be better suited up top then.
yeah, great, Archie, brilliant.
Unless all of you wish to come down below, I must say I'm not very comfortable along large groups of the living.
Well, what if I hang out with you? I don't want you to feel alone up here. I'll come up there with you.
What exactly is it you need me to do? By what I'm hearing, it sounds like we're navigating through one of the stalagmite fields at the moment. Seems like the person up top is doing just fine. We haven't hit anything yet.
But you said magic currents. He doesn't know anything about magic currents.
That is true. I know some of the areas. I'd probably be able to navigate better, but how could you ensure my safety?
I'll be up there. And I have gold, so it'll be like a business transaction.
Well, I don't need money, but as long as you'll send the rest of the folks downstairs and you and I would be up top, I'd feel comfortable with that.
Okay, all right. What do you think, Archie?
I think that sounds fine. Do you mind if I ask a couple of questions before we
Oh, yeah.
begin?
Please, I'll answer what it is that I can.
Have you heard anything about a ritual going on in Vandicule?
No, not that I can say. No, I was there just recently, but there was no word on the street, if that's what you're asking about any kind of ritual.
Is Duke Moretto up to anything?
That depends on who you ask. There's always conniving and underhanded actions and that sort of thing in Vandicule, so I'm sure that he is. I can't say I know of anything specific.
No, no outstanding rumors or anything like that.
There's always rumors. One religious organization's trying to outflank the other ones, or one noble's trying to gain more favor with the emperor than the other ones. All pretty boring, if you ask me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think I only have one last question for you. Do you
Sure.
know where we could find Marquise Laszlo Dimas and Marquess Dorva Grace Suture?
They are both nobles positioned in Vandicule. Yes, it'd be pretty easy to find them.
Oh, okay. As long as it's easy. Do you have a map of Vandicule?
I don't, but I could probably tell you a little bit about it if you're curious.
That would be wonderful.
Well, the city itself is positioned on the Sulphur Sea. The sea is on the east side of the town. City's fairly large. It's walled, but the wall does not go to the water. So the wall covers the north and south sides of the city itself. Then, of course, there is the rock wall. So this is a separate wall, not a constructed wall, but just essentially the interior of the cavern, you might say. It is covering all of the west and south sides of the city. There's path leaving the city to the north through the manufactured wall, same to the south. Other than that, the only way to leave is the Sulphur Sea. The docks, of course, are on the east side of town, as mentioned, more the southeast side of town, you might say. Yes, that's the sort of the high level.
And just so we're clear, when we arrive in Vandicule, you're not just gonna, start screaming and making a ruckus,
You see, she
saying,
laughs. You're thinking like the human that you are. You see, if I was to suddenly say and scream and so forth, sure, maybe they would capture you, but they would also kill me because I'm in league with you, you see. And even if I'm not in league with you, I allowed you to take my vessel right to the shores. The enemy brought right to the pure city. That wouldn't go well for me. In fact, I am hoping once you get there, you stay on the down low long enough that nobody knows that you came on this vessel.
all right, fair enough. I'm all done, Grim. I am satisfied.
If your friends are in agreement that they will come down here and I will pilot the ship, I'll be happy to do so. If they decide otherwise, there's a couple other tips I can give you for the person steering the ship, but yeah, feel free to chat with them and see what they would like to do.
All right, we'll be right back. I'm gonna head up and kind of brief up with the group everything that Archie and I learned. So you guys are all briefed in everything that you've just heard, with the option of her actually using her knowledge of the magic tides to get us to Chandeleur Island.
But that's fine. But as long as as long as a couple of us are allowed to stay up here or something, I don't want her to navigate us into a rock or something.
I'm gonna go drink some pirate rum. I'll be down.
I'll head downstairs. I could use a nap.
I could stay up with her. She said that's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think you should trust these undead.
It's true. I don't. But, I mean, someone's got to stay up here.
I agree. I mean, how many of us can stay up here? I don't understand why she wants us to go down there.
I don't know. She says we make her nervous, which surprises me.
That shouldn't be surprising. I mean, do you remember how we all acted when we first met? When we first met our undead friend from quite a while ago.
Runak?
Yeah, but
You already forgot his name?
No, I have it written down. It's just I couldn't find it yet. I forgot his name. Archgale would not.
But sure.
Yeah, Enoch.
But if there's only one or two of us up here, maybe she's going to eat them.
She ain't gonna eat me, dude.
She could eat us anyway. She probably doesn't have to sleep. Well,
if you're risking it, that's your call. I'll go with what the group says.
Believe me, I think she wants this deal to happen, so she doesn't get killed.
Did anybody do an
I think
insight
that's
check or
legit.
anything, just to kind of get an idea, or what? No.
If she's gonna kill me, she knows she's dead.
Okay. Well, I mean, you did take out a dragon and live to tell about it, so okay.
What do you guys think? Deal? Artem, what do you think?
I think we should have more than one person up here with her, watching her. I don't trust these creatures. They're deceivers.
No, that's true, but I trust her story. Yeah, I don't trust her, but she wants to live too, and she's in a pickle just as much as we are.
Then she'll accept having 3 people up here.
Well, I mean, I could try to get Archie and I up here.
Yeah, that might work.
All right.
Just a few more.
And
in
we
case
can
one
use
of you gets glamored.
We can always use the excuse that she might need 2 people to row, so
Yep, there you go. Love it. All right. I'm gonna walk back down.
All right, you climb back down.
All right. So here's what we're thinking. We'd like for you to navigate your own vessel. Check. I'll be up there, but there's 2 sets of oars. I'm thinking, what about Archie and I head up there? Just the 3 of us. The rest of the group are downstairs. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
The 2 of you? Yeah, I suppose that would be okay, as long as you're both not crowding me. I get nervous when too many people are really close to me, you see.
Such a small boat. I feel like it would happen all the time.
Well, the ghouls I don't really consider people. They're just like kind of dead flesh that moves about, you know?
Oh, it's our blood that's causing consternation or distraction.
Well, there's that, and the fact that mostly when your kind meets my kind, you're always trying to kill me. So, yeah, it makes me a bit nervous.
Well, for self-preservation, I think we have a good plan. You don't eat me, and I won't smash you across the head.
What an ambassador.
Oh, as I said before, darling, it would be absolutely foolish for me to try to attack you. See, what would happen is I'm sure I would lose, and then I'd have to jump in the water and swim really far. And that just sounds, it's so annoying. You know how bad that water smells? It'd get in my clothes and my hair. It doesn't sound fun at all.
Okay, kind of insight. Spent a lot of time with her. Did she really think that we could kill her easily?
Feel free to insight. Hard to say. So far, you don't see any obvious signs of deception, but she might just be that good. Can't really tell.
well, I know
There's some. He mumbles behind his breath. Well, that's the plan.
I'll just add on to that and just say, well, we had a friend like you, kind of like you once. He was a ghoul actually, but
Then
so
he was
we've
nothing like me. Trust me.
I think I mean in the sense that humans don't like the undead, regardless.
Fair enough, but yes, I'm nothing like them.
Why do you have? Never mind.
All right, so is the deal struck then?
The deal is struck.
All right, and as you're making this agreement, and Artem, you're still navigating via the wheel, making your way through this stalagmite forest. Rest of the team is still up on the upper decks at the moment. Artem, as you're making your way through, you're going to notice that the stalagmites are pretty heavy here. You're trying to, steer good enough, move the left to right, that kind of deal. It's kind of slow going. I'm going to go ahead and change maps. I'm going to put us into initiative order. All right. So, Artem,
should I be able to see anything?
You should. Yep. Just one moment. Yeah, so you guys have dark vision at the moment. The phosphorescent light that is in the air is not as strong here. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure you guys got your dark vision turned on. Okay, everybody is able to see, should be at least now. All right, so this is the area you find yourself in. I'm going to go ahead and put us into initiative order. All right, if you have some ability that allows you to modify your initiative, feel free to do so.
Adam, I'm verifying how far my dark vision is. I think it should be 90, but I'll check.
I've only got you set for 60, so if it should be 90, let me know. We can update that.
Okay.
Oh, looks like Glory got. Nope, I'm good.
Okay, we'll just get quick confirmation from Barnaby there on range of dark vision. That might be important here. All right, and then just really double checking, confirming. We've got Grim and we've got Archgale below decks at the moment. Everybody else is above decks.
That sounds right.
120 feet.
120. Okay, we'll go ahead and adjust that. All right, that should be fixed for you. In fact, I'm going to set that permanent real quick. All right, that should now be saved. Okay, so initiative should be correct. All right. So, Artem, as you're piloting through all of these stalagmites, trying to make sure that you're not striking any of them, the vessel's moving relatively slow at the moment. You've got, wind hitting into it, kind of moving the sails. You're going to notice, Artem, some movement to your northwest. And as you scan in that direction, you're going to notice this large creature detach itself from the stalagmite and fly through the air right towards you. And we'll resolve the results of that when we come back from break. See everybody in 15 minutes.
Nice. See you guys in a bit.
All right.
All right, we are back into the second half of our session, getting into the middle of this mysterious situation. Let's get you guys back over to the map. Alrighty, so we've got Artem with the wheel in hand as he's navigating through all these stalagmites. Artem, as mentioned, you notice from your northwest this figure detach from the stalagmite and start flying in your direction. So it is going to fly down to here.
All right, he'll call out and scream.
All right, you scream out as you see this creature approaching. As it gets to here, it is going to use its Baneful Presence ability, and I'm going to need everybody except those down below to give me a Wisdom saving throw.
Adam, I have advantage on wisdoms.
Okay.
And we're all in your aura too, right?
Except
If
for
you're standing
Artem.
above,
Except for Artem,
anyone but Artem, yeah. If you're up top.
All right, I see 4. I think I need a 5th because there's only 2 down below. All right, so everybody will succeed except for Artem. Artem, you are affected by this Baneful Presence.
Is this a fear or a charm ability? Because I can react to this to let him re-roll if it is.
Doesn't say that it is, so I'm going to say no.
Okay, well that's the ability I would try to use if it would apply, but if not, okay.
Yeah, it does not use the terminology, so I'm going to say no. This is called Baneful Presence. So, yes, you have disadvantage on all attack rolls and saving throws, Artem. So that's the first thing it does. And then that's part of its multi-attack. It is then going to attack. So it's going to use its clutching claws to try to hit you.
I don't like the sound of that.
18, I believe that is going to connect.
It is, but I'm going to shield because I have a 14.
All right.
So I will shield.
All right, so go ahead and burn that reaction. So you take a hand off of the wheel in order to shield. It is going to take a second attack against you with Clutching Claws. That will also miss. It is going to follow that up with a barbed tail. So its tail flies from below it to try to strike you. 21, I believe, is going to connect.
Yep, I'm at 19.
I will react to use my cutting words to try to make that miss. So it's a D10 that you can roll. So that's my reaction.
Okay, go ahead and burn that.
And who rolls it?
I can roll it or you can roll it. I don't think it really matters.
Oh, if you do it since you're taking it, you're the doing it to him.
Hopefully that's enough.
So that makes the attack an 18, and you said you were at 14, so 19, right?
Yeah, 19. Yep.
All right, so that tail will just miss as we move over to Barnaby.
Adam, I'm going to ask the group who's all up here with me, please.
The only two down below are Grim and Archkill.
All right, then I am going to use a level 2 spell for Bless, and I'm going to get Artem, myself, of course, because Archkill them down. So, and I'll get Laud, and I'll get Caliban.
Thank you.
I have a
It's
feeling.
attacking.
Yeah, I have a feeling we may need some extra love here. So.
All right, so you've cast that spell. Anything else on your turn, Barnaby?
I'm assuming I would have my sword, but I may as well just use my bonus action to go ahead and get my sword in my hand. And where is the steps again? Is it down? Is it
right next to
one
Caliban.
north of me?
Yep, you got it.
All right. Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and get there to make sure I get Artem in my aura as well.
All right, before Grim's turn, another one of these creatures detaches itself from the stalagmite to the north. It is going to go ahead and fly to the south. Fly to there, and it is going to attack you, Artem. 24, that is going to connect. All right, so as that connects, it's going to deal damage. All right, got my first roll 20 crash. Quick refresh. As it bites into you, Artem, and deals damage, it is also going to grapple and restrain you as it bites in and locks on.
Ooh.
All right, so that is going to be 14 total points of damage there.
Because he's in my aura for necrotic, it's cut in half.
Okay, so 2 instead of 5 there, Artem. All right, with
Okay,
you
so
yes, yep. With you grappled and restrained, it is then going to continue moving. And that will pull you with it as it yanks you off the wheel. Team, you notice the wheel goes spinning all of a sudden and the ship starts lurching very hard to the west. Grim, it is your turn. You're down below.
Oh, shit! Hey, Captain, we're gonna need you upstairs at least right the ship. I gotta go see what's going on.
Tell your friends not to attack me.
Guaranteed.
So where do I end up when I go to the top?
So you have to enter Barnaby's space and then spend 10 feet to climb up. I'm sorry, 1 space north of Barnaby. Barnaby's kind of half space at the moment. I'm going to slide him. So you got to go to this. Yep, there you go. Spend 10 feet to climb up, open the hatch, interact with object, and then you're on the top.
All right, 20 feet here. Okay. Hello, beasties. I don't like the grab thing. Artem, what are you doing? I'm going to put on my shields in action because that's what I do. And I am going to end my turn.
All right, Artem, before your turn, another of these creatures is going to detach from a nearby stalagmite. It is going to fly over to you and try to bite you. 22 is going to connect. That is going to deal 9 points of damage as it now grapples and restrains you and yanks you away from the other one, who willingly lets go of you, pulling you up to here. And then Artem, it is your turn.
Okay. So what are the chances I can cast a Dimension Door spell?
Do you have a spell slot left?
I do.
All right, you should be able to cast it
But if I have no movement, am I able to move through it?
then. Post the spell for me. I don't think you have to have movement to Dimension Door.
Yeah, I think restrain doesn't like stop your arms. It's more like your legs is the way that I understand it in the ruling. So you can still cast spells.
Yeah, so I know what you mean, though, because, like, thematically, you think of a door appearing and you stepping through it, but that's not actually how the spell works. That's just flavor. So, yes, you can cast that and move where you'd like.
Okay. So I'm going to do that to a spot that I'm familiar with, which is right where they... actually, I'm going to go to the back of the boat, away from the wheel.
All right, well, now you can't move your token yet, so you can't see there. So specify where exactly you mean. The back left, the back right. Give me an idea.
I'm going to say the back right.
All right, so this is
You
the
have to
furthest
see?
back on the boat. No, but you have to declare where you're going if you can't see. So this is the furthest back of the boat on the right side. There's 2 spaces in the back of the boat. You want to be on the right space.
Yes.
All right. Unfortunately, that space is occupied, so that means your dimension door will fail, and you will take 4d6 points of damage. That's going to be 14
I thought our scale was
points of
below.
force. Oh, you are right. I'm sorry. Yep, I forgot Archgale was below. So Archgale hasn't taken a turn yet. So yes, you will appear in that same space.
Okay.
And that, make sure you burn that slot. Please post me as well. I haven't seen your spells in a while. I know you spent a lot so far, so please post me a quick spell update. And then that's your action. Anything else on your turn?
I will say to everyone, there's a bunch of them out there. Be careful. They're trying to grab us and drag us away. And that's the end of my turn.
All right, go ahead and give me a new wisdom saving throw here, Artem.
Oh, wait, but I have disadvantage on it, right? Because of the thing?
You do, but you can't get worse than that, so that'll still be a failure. Okay, Caliban, your turn.
Okay. Calvin's going to run up to the wheel, drop his sword, and try to get one hand on the wheel to steady it.
Okay, so that's your action. You reach out, grab onto the wheel, and try to start piloting.
Yep. I don't think I have a bonus action that I can use, so I just want to try to steady the ship and make sure we don't crash into any of these stalactites.
All right, so to stalagmite tight is on the top, mite's the bottom. To touch the wheel, you have to be on one space north, either north 1 or northeast. Either of those spaces can touch the wheel.
Okay. Yep.
All right, you've got the wheel in hand. All right, on her turn, Barnaby, you're up top, right? So the only one down below still is Archgale, correct?
Yes.
All right, so
Sure.
she's going to step here. She's going to step into this space. She will then climb up, try to open the hatch, but Grim, you're on the hatch, so she's unable to do that. And you hear her sigh once again as she's on the ladder.
Sorry.
All right, Glory.
All right, I'm going to rage. move up to there and try to strike out at that one. Are you guys hearing me?
Yep, yeah, we can hear you.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
You swing out trying to connect, but miss. The second attack will also miss. All right, let's see. Yep, okay, that'll work. Okay, we move to Laud.
All right, move up 5, 10. Okay, I can just see the outline of that third one kind of in the back. I'm going to cast slow and try to place it to hit all 3. Let me see if I can do that. So it would be like, okay, it looks like I probably can't hit them all, so I would hit the 2 that are close. Place it like there or so with slow.
All right, go ahead and burn that slot.
Okay.
Okay, both of them do seem to be affected.
Okay, and then I will move back. So 5, 10. So that was 20, and then 25 to there, and I will end my turn.
All right, just one moment. All right, before Archgale's turn, another one of these creatures is going to detach from a nearby stalagmite and fly on over. As it gets up next to Caliban, it is going to attempt to bite him, critically hitting Caliban.
That's the way the night's going.
The primary damage here is necrotic, so here comes a necrotic crit. All right, twice as many damage as normal. The creature cannot regain hit points until the end of its next turn. All right, so that's going to be 9 piercing and 15 necrotic. You are also grappled and restrained. He is then going to fly away with you.
Seeing the aura for that damage. Barnaby's aura. That
I
being.
think he already has resistance, so he doesn't. You can't get double resistance.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yep.
But my resistance was the more powerful one, so I'm the one that gave you the half.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You could debate that, sure. Okay, Archgale, your turn. You are down below.
Perfect. So I assume the lady's just sitting on the ladder or holding onto the ladder, just waiting for Grim to move.
That's what it looks like. Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna move 5, 10, and wait for her to move. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on myself.
All right.
And I'm gonna end my turn.
Okay, as you end your turn before the top of the round, we've got another creature detaching. It is going to fly up to Caliban, putting him in the flank and attacking. You are currently restrained, so the attack is at advantage. 24 is going to hit. That's going to be 12 points of damage. It then grapples, restrains you, and yanks you away as the other one lets go. It's going to pull you over to here. Another one is going to detach. And this one is going to fly over to Artem space.
Reactive strike?
Sure, go ahead. Yes, that will hit. All right, you slash into the creature, wounding it. It is going to do its multi-attack here as it attacks you, Artem. So it's going to try its clutching claws. It is going to critically hit you.
Okay.
This is a slashing crit. All right, open gash, twice as many damage as normal, and the creature is bleeding. It's going to be a 1d4 bleed at the start of each of your turns until an action is used. All right, that's going to be 20 points of damage, and with that clutching claw, you're also grappled and restrained. It's going to fly a little bit further away to get you to here as it continues its bevy of attacks. So its next attack is going to be another clutching claw, which will hit for 13 points of slashing damage. It is then going to attack you with its barbed tail. Since you are grappled, it can actually use this attack an additional time. So here comes 2 barbed tails. 25 will hit for 20.
All right, I'm gonna use my reaction to reduce the damage. Oh no, I can't do that because I'm not blade singing yet. So never mind.
All right, no worries. So 25 points of damage there to you. It's going to attack you a second time. 18, I believe, is going to hit. Oh, actually, before you say anything, it has the Vex ability, so this is actually a 27.
Okay, so that 25 points of damage does knock Artem unconscious.
Oh, okay. So as you go to 0, it is then going to hit you and apply 2 failed death saves. All right, that will take us to the top of the round. This one here, he is going to move. All right, so he's going to fly slowly to here. Because of the slow spell, it can only attack once. So it is going to attack with Clutching Claws on you, Laud.
Okay.
This will critically hit you.
Dang! Throw those dice away. Get some
That's
new ones.
3
Man.
in a row.
I know it's a rough one. Ooh, that's right. I forgot to apply the bleed to Artem. Ooh, that's going to be rough since he's unconscious. All right, D4 bleed has been applied. Okay, so that is going to be a true crit plus a bleed on Laud. So here comes the crit. That'll be 22 points of slashing damage. All right, do you have advantage, Laud?
No, I don't know why that rolled twice. But
No, yeah, sometimes it breaks.
but I should pass that with the aura, right?
Yeah.
That was a 9 and I needed 11, so.
Yep, that's good enough. So you will maintain concentration. It is then going to continue moving as it pulls you away with it. That's the only attack it can take. Barnaby, as it flies away, would you like to take an opportunity attack? You're above deck, right?
Yes, I am, and yes, I will.
And I think she's on the same space. Let me send her to below. So Grim, you could also take an attack if you wish. That's going to miss, Barnaby. Or sorry, Grim, that was your attack. You were going to miss.
I'm going to use inspiration.
All right, Barnaby, you will hit. Go ahead and post damage. That will still miss, Grim. All right, that will wound it as it flies to there. We move to Barnaby's turn.
I was waiting to hear that the 32 missed.
That would be something.
Yeah. Shoot. I'm going to have to try to be somewhat strategic on this here. I am going to go after the one that's got Caliban. Shoot, man, there's so many of them. I'm going to go ahead and try to Eldritch Blast the one that's got Caliban. So.
All right, sure.
Yeah.
Yes, let's see. 19 will hit, 27 will hit, 11 will miss. All right, you blast it twice, wounding it.
All right, that's going to end my turn.
All right, next up is one of the creatures here. It is going to go ahead and fly slowly to there. And they get new saves each round to shake this off. Let me do that. All right, that one will not succeed. That one will not succeed. All right, we'll move to Grim's turn.
All right, Captain Alexa, should be clear. I'm going to stand up next to you, up here by the helm.
You're saying this through a closed hatch. You hear some mumble in response.
Good. I'm sure she heard me. Barnaby, step up. I need your aura.
Then I have the sword. I have the shield. I have full hit points. No reason to do anything else. My action will be dodge then.
Okay. Alrighty, this one's turn. He's not slowed. He's going to fly down here, and he's going to attack Caliban at advantage. 24, that is going to hit. For 20 points of damage to Caliban. All right, Artem. Oof, 2 GM death save. Very important roll. Actually, I take it back.
Die automatically, though.
I think you're right, because you got the bleed. No, nothing's been applied to you. Yes, unfortunately, even on a success, right? That bleed would trigger, and yes, you would perish. All right, so we're going to move next to Caliban. You're currently grappled and restrained by the one to your east. I'm going to put the yellow dot on him, indicating he's the one grappling and restraining you.
There's a boatload of them, though. He is going to bonus action summon his sword to his hand because he had dropped it to hold onto the wheel, and he will attack the one that's holding him.
Okay.
Can I still true strike that? Is that a bonus? No. Yeah, I can still true strike that.
You can, yeah.
As one of my attacks. Yeah.
You are grappled and restrained, so your attacks are at disadvantage. Post another one for me.
Try that again. Yeah.
13 is going to miss.
All right. Let's try a couple more times. I'll put it at disadvantage this time.
That will miss.
Oh, no. Luckily not a fumble. Okay. And one more time. Come on.
That will manage to connect.
Oof. All right. I'll do some damage and sap him. The damage isn't wrong. Awesome. Okay.
That will wound him.
And I'll sap him and end my turn.
All right, I've got the sap applied there. All right, she will manage to open the hatch, get above deck, make her up here. She grabs onto the wheel, and you see she looks towards you, Grim, and she says, "Bah, night's gone, of course." Glory, it is your turn.
Okay, bonus action. Celestial Revelation. I will choose the Radiant Wings.
Okay.
I'll go here, fly, and attack this guy.
All right. $15 will miss. $20 will manage to connect. All right, you slash and wound him. Okay, Laud, currently grappled and restrained. What would you like to do?
All right, I will dimension door to here, which is the top of the latch, right?
It is, yep.
All right, so I'll do that.
All right, burn
There,
that spot.
and then-
Post me an updated spell repository when you get a moment.
Yep, and then it was free object interaction to open the hatch, right? So I would
Yes.
do that, and then climb down and get inside where they can't see me. And then I probably maybe take a step here to get out of the way, so that I think Archgale's still down there to be able to climb up.
All righty, sounds good. You are now below decks.
All right, and then I really don't have anything left for a bonus action right now, so that will end my turn.
Alrighty, over to this one's turn. He's going to fly down to here, putting Caliban in the flank and attacking with advantage and a +2. 24 is going to hit. All right, it's going to deal 18 points of damage as he also grapples and restrains you, but he doesn't pull you. So you are double grappled and restrained. All right, move to Archgale's turn, who I believe is below deck.
Yep, so I'll move to the ladder 5 feet, climb up 10, free action, open the latch. And then I'm going to call out to... Actually, hold on. Yeah, I'm going to call out to the vampire. I don't remember her name. And I'm going to ask, are they undead?
No.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to... Ooh, Caliban, you need help. I'm going to do... I'm going to do Divine Intervention. And the spell I'm going to cast is Summon Celestial. And since it can fly, I'm not going to put it in the water, but I'm going to put it like flying above the water. I'm going to put it, say, right here. Oh, did that ping work?
I think we set this up for you last time, right? Where you should be able to drag this?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, Celestial Spirit, right? That's the one. It's under Minions Summons, so you should be able to just drag that onto the map where you'd like it.
Oh, okay, got it. And their turn, the angel celestial turn will occur after mine. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word. Let's do Healing Word as a bonus action. I'm going to do that at the 4th level on Caliban.
Thank you.
And I will get a little bit of healing from that as well. I don't know why that occurred. I applied healing. Okay. And I am going to end my turn, and I think the Celestial's turn should begin.
Yep, I believe so. Shares your initiative. It takes
Okay.
turn immediately after yours. Yep.
All right, let me pull up that sheet. Okay. So this is the Avenger, obviously the bow and arrow. I'm going to have it shoot an arrow at the one that is holding Caliban with the most damage.
Okay.
And so I think if I click this...
That will miss.
Oh, okay. And it should have another attack. Let me just verify that. Yes. Okay. So it has one other attack, same target.
That will manage to connect.
Okay. And damage is 2.
You should be able to just click the damage button right under there in chat where it says Radiant Bow Avenger only.
Oh, awesome.
I think we've got that set up properly for you.
Nice. All right. That is damage.
All right, it says plus spells level radiant. So what level of spell is this?
5.
Just quickly double checking that. Yeah, so we're adding 5 on top of that. So 13 points of damage. All right, that one will be killed. So Caliban, you kind of sink a bit as this one holding on to you dies and plummets down into the sulfur sea. You're still held aloft by the other one who's also grappling and restraining you.
Perfect. I end my turn.
Keep going, guys.
Alrighty, we move to this one's turn. He's going to move into here.
Reactive strike.
All right. Yeah, 26 will hit. That will wound him. He is then going to do multi-attack against you here, Glory. So he's going to first try with Clutching Claws. 23 is going to connect. That'll deal 6 and then grapple and restrain you. He's then going to fly away with you. He's going to continue his bevy of attacks, so another Clutching Claws. 23 will hit. 13, and then 2 Barbed Tails. 19 will hit. For 20. And 18, I believe, also hits. Yep. For 25. I'll let you update all of that with your resistance. Okay, move to the top of the next round. This guy here. Archgale, you are currently above ground. Barnaby, you're above deck, and Barnaby, you are as well?
I'm above deck.
All right, so he goes after Barnaby. So he's going to fly to here, and he's going to make 1 attack against Barnaby. 18 against Barnaby's AC of 18. Looks like that's going to connect. That's going to deal 10 points of damage, grapple and restrain.
I cast shield. Oh, sorry.
I think you're the one person in this group that doesn't have to. All right.
Yeah.
He's going to fly to here as he pulls you with him. New saving throw. He shakes off the slow, no longer slowed. All right, Barnaby, you're currently grappled and restrained. What would you like to do?
All right, I'm going to Misty Step back to my party over here.
Now you're part of the group. Misty Step.
There you go, folks. All right, let me go ahead and burn that spell slot. Cast, there you go. Adam, I'm going to go ahead and I see, shoot, I mean, my gosh, we have so many targets to go after, right? I'm going to go after one of the ones, which one's restraining Caliban? That's the one I'm going after.
The one with the yellow dot.
All right, well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Eldritch Blast that guy.
All right. All 3 of those will hit. All right, 3 rays smash into him, wounding him. Alrighty, this guy's turn. He's also slowed, so he's going to take 1 attack against Caliban. And let's see, Caliban is currently grappled and restrained, so this is at advantage. 22 is going to hit. Or your AC is 23, Caliban?
No, 23, yeah.
All right, he's going to activate his precision ability to make that a 27. Which will
Hey, at least it ain't a crit, man. That's all I can say.
Can he do that while slowed? I guess so, eh? Maybe
Yeah,
for the 1?
there's no restrictions on those abilities for slowed. So that's going to hit you for 13 points of damage. That will grapple and restrain you as well. And he's going to stay there with you. All right, and then he ends his turn. New save for him. He is also no longer slowed.
Yep.
All right, we move to Grimm's turn. So quick, sort of this would have happened right about initiative count 20, which I only missed by a hair there. The boat is moving. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move the boat a bit, and I'm going to move you guys with it. All right, boat is continuing to move with just the sails at this point. Grim, it is your turn.
Do you have brakes on this thing?
Do you want it to stop?
Yeah. Oh, stop. Hold up.
Then we need the anchor. I'll get it shortly.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna keep dodging. I can't reach these fools.
Yeah, I'm gonna dodge.
All right. Okay, we move over to this one. It is going to attack Caliban at advantage and flank. 15 is going to miss. Artem is unfortunately still slain. Caliban grappled and restrained by 2. What would you like to do?
I'm hoping these guys are gonna come get me, so I'm just gonna keep fighting away. I'm gonna fight at this one that's got me damaged, the one that Barnaby lit up. So I'm gonna take a stab or a couple stabs at him.
All right. That will be a fumble, Caliban. Please post a spell fumble.
I can't believe how many ones I've rolled tonight and how many 20s you've rolled. It's quite something.
It is crazy. That's what I told you guys before. Every now and again, I go on a hot streak, and I always feel bad when I throw a lot of crits. The next campaign, it'll be out of my hands. Trust me.
I have my token selected this time, but I am not getting...
You don't see the button at the top that says fumble?
There it goes. Got it. Yep. Just had to do... Switch over there. Okay. Fumble...
All right, so you're unable. So essentially, you can't use somatic components until the end of your next turn, and that attack misses.
Okay. Best case scenario.
Ten will miss.
$20 is struggling.
12 will also miss.
Oh, 12 will miss, right? This one. Yep.
The gods help those who help themselves. You don't seem to be doing your part.
I'm not sure where I can go. I will second wind myself as a bonus action. Take my turn.
All right, on her turn, you see she leaves the wheel, makes her way down, and says, "Get out of my way." Makes her day down here, and you see her grabbing at this anchor that is essentially tied at the side of the ship. She starts undoing it, and as an action, she will dump it over the side. All right, move to Glory's turn.
Can't she move back?
Nope, that took her action and all her movement.
Oh,
Oh, attack this thing recklessly.
All right. 28 will connect. That will wound it. 23 will hit. Wounding it again.
I'm going to use Warrior of the Gods, and I'm going to spend 4 of them.
All right. Okay, we move to Laud, who's down below decks.
Okay. I think Archgale is blocking my path up. Correct.
You
So if I
wouldn't
were to-
know that, but yep.
Actually, he's not. I thought the entrance was here.
I think we've been saying it was where Archriel was the entire time. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think he stood on top
I
of it
could
and
be
didn't move.
wrong. I was thinking maybe just because of where I am now, but yeah. Okay.
Okay. If like I would try to use like my object interaction or whatever to figure out that I can't get through. Is there like a porthole or anything where I can see out from down here?
No.
Okay. Well, I can't really do all that much then. I will just use a bonus action at the first level to cast Healing Word on myself because I can't really do anything else.
So essentially,
blocked.
again, just for narrative purposes, you step 5 feet, you start climbing up, you try to push on it. Archgale, you feel it like being pushed on your feet. You realize you can't get up, so you drop back down the 5 feet, and then you cast a spell.
Yeah. And actually, can I change my action from Healing Word to just Cure Wounds for my action?
Yeah,
Or
sure.
is it too late?
No,
Okay,
no, you're good.
Yeah, I'll cast Cure Wounds at the first level on myself.
All right.
And that's all I'm going to be able to do. So that's it.
All right, we'll move over to this one, who's got you grappled and restrained at the moment, Caliban. It is going to pull you, breaking the grapple of the other one as it flies further away. pulls you to here, and then it's going to take its attack against you. This is at advantage since you're grappled restrained. 18 is not going to get through your armor. We'll move over to Archgale.
Okay, I'm gonna move. Feeling something buckle on my feet. I feel like somebody wants to get out. Okay. Oh, who to help? Who to help? I'm going to let me make sure this is in range. It is. So the one that is attacking Caliban, I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on it.
You can't see the one that's attacking Caliban.
Oh. Okay, never mind. Then I will attack one that I can see, and I will do the one directly to my east.
Okay. So Toll the Dead on that one. Yes, that will affect it.
It doesn't appear damaged.
It is not damaged.
What? 3d8, and that's what I get? Wow.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
not a good one.
Do a bonus action. He's okay, okay. I'm going to end my turn there. And then start my Celestial. Celestial is gonna fly. Let's see. So let's do this. So 5, 10, I think 15, 20, 25, 30. And it's going to shoot at the one that has Caliban.
All right. That will definitely hit.
Do I need to do a crit for that?
You sure do, yeah.
One of the things.
That's going to be a radiant crit. So with him selected, you should see the critical hit button at the top. Let me know if you don't.
Yep.
Oh, that's the best one, I think. Maximum damage from normal, and then roll him again. And creature's frightened for the next minute. All right, so go ahead and post regular damage. All right, so that's 6 plus the maximum, which would be another 12 plus the spell level of 5, so another 17. So that's going to be 23 radiant. And then he's also frightened for the next minute.
Okay. And then...
injury too, right?
We don't do injuries in this campaign.
And then second attack is going to be at the same target.
Okay. Yes, 18 will hit. Plus another 5, 12 damage. That will nearly fatally kill him.
Okay. I end my turn.
Alrighty, down to this guy. All right, he's attacking at advantage. He's going to do his bevy of attacks here against you, Glory. 27 will hit. 13 damage. 21 will hit. 7 damage. 19 will hit. 18 damage. 19 will hit. 22 damage. And he's actually going to pull you a little further away as well. All right, and then we move to the next one. All right, that is this one here. He's going to fly up and attack Alextra.
Is she underneath?
Nope, she just did the anchor.
Oh, okay, all right.
All right, that is going to hit her. That will grapple and restrain her. He's then going to pull her away. And continue attacking. You're going to hear her go, "Ah!" That will hit her. That will critically hit her. All right. Okay. And then a second barbed tail. That is also going to hit. All right. She is very badly wounded by that bevy of attacks. We move to Barnaby.
I'm sorry, guys. I tell you what, I really want to go ahead and save Caliban here because I think the barbarian can handle his own, but I'm going to risk it. I'm going to do 1 and 2, Adam. 1 at the one holding Caliban and 2 at the one holding Glory if I can split them.
Yeah, you can.
I just hope I roll good because Caliban, I was going to just shoot a couple of them at you, but ugh.
Just don't miss.
First one will hit, second will hit, third one will hit.
Oh,
All right,
thank
so
baby.
don't bother rolling for the first one. It literally had 1 HP left. As it dies, Caliban, you fall down, smashing into this little stone area where the stalagmite is coming out of the water, taking 13 points of damage, and then rolling into the sulfur sea where immediately you're hit with this terrible odor. You're just, oh, it's nasty as you're trying to do what you can to swim in your plate armor. Second 2 attacks, go ahead and post those damages.
Sorry, man. Had to do it anyway. I hope you lived through that.
All good.
All right, both of those rays will strike into the creature, wounding it. All righty, this guy's turn. All right, yeah, he's going to fly down and attack you, Caliban, as you're struggling to swim. Because you're swimming, this is going to be attacks at advantage. 17, unable to get into hit you there. All right, next up is Grim.
I don't know what to do.
I guess dodge. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna dodge. The boat is, the anchor is deployed. There's no reason for me to try to take hold of the wheel at this point. So,
well, the
is it
anchor
steadying,
doesn't.
or-
The anchor is not going to keep it exactly in one place. It's going to keep it from drifting too far away. I think that's pretty common knowledge. If no one's holding on to the wheel, it would start drifting left or right. It's more slowly, but whatever the length of the anchor is, it can only move that far.
I might as well try to steady the boat. So, grab a hold of the wheel, I guess.
Okay, so you try to right the wheel as best you can. I'm assuming this is like a sheathed sword, and now you have a hand on the wheel.
Yeah, and that's an action, right?
Yes, to pilot the vessel, yes.
Okay.
Alrighty, this guy's turn. He's also going to fly down to put Caliban in the flank as he attacks. 21 is going to miss, but he'll activate his precision ability to make that a 26 to hit. And that's going to deal 17 points of damage there to Caliban as you're struggling in the water. That's going to grapple and restrain you. And then he pulls you out of the water as you're choking on the sulfuric vapors. And he's holding you slightly over the water. And then we'll go ahead and move to Caliban's turn.
Adam, are these, like, I landed and hit the part of the rock there. Is there space to stand there?
There is, yeah, but he's got you currently grappled and restrained off of the water level, so you'd have to break free first before you could get there.
Oops, that's not what I want to do. Sorry, that was a misclick. I am going to do your favorite thing in the world and Misty Step over to, I think, can I stand on this square here?
You can, yeah.
Spell slot, pop over to here.
All right, that will break the
You had a
grapple.
Misty Step all this time, dude.
I was too far away from the boat. I would have landed in the water and sank like a stone.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I thought you were like out of spell slots or something.
No,
Like,
I was hoping the boat was gonna get closer. Just didn't.
yeah.
Oh,
All good. I was just, yeah,
Gotta move my token here. There we go. Boink.
There's rocks in the way.
And that's my action. How am I? I'm gonna use my last second wind as a bonus action. Adam, hey guys, can you use a pickup over here? And I'll end my turn.
Aisle 8.
All right, Electra is currently grappled by this creature, not really able to do too much. He's going to try to attack him. Her claw will manage to connect. She slashes with her hand, cutting into him, and now she has him grappled as well. And with him grappled, she will then activate her bite ability as she tries to sink her fangs into the creature, which is successful. So as she sinks her fangs into him, that is going to wound him and rejuvenate her a bit. And then she'll follow that up with a last claw, which is going to miss because she is still restrained. Okay, over to Glory.
Since they're restraining each other, does it, or is she just grappling, but he's not restrained?
You got it, yep.
Okay, gotcha.
I'll attack recklessly again.
Okay. 26 will hit. All right, that's enough to kill the Night Gaunt. And you find yourself no longer grappled and restrained, and your flight restored.
Okay, I'm flying down towards Artem. I assume, like, can I reach him? Is he like sunken under the water?
Oh, yeah, good question. So where he dropped, he was grappled. The creature would have just let go of him at that point. He would have landed here. Artem, go ahead and roll me a d20, and then we're going to say 10 or less. Yeah, you're lost to the sea. 11 or higher, we'll say you kind of landed. All right, yeah, he's visible there as he's, kind of on the rocky part of the stalagmite.
Second attack, grapple Artem.
All right, you've got him.
Bonus action, Warrior of the Gods, my last one.
All right. That will take us to Laud's turn.
All right, how much of my movement is it to get here? To like move over and climb up?
5 feet to get there, 10 to climb, so 15 to get above deck.
So 15 to get there.
All right, I'm going to take your gray arrow off just so we know you're no longer below deck.
Okay, I can't see all that much, so I'm going to bonus action. Let me make sure I've got the range. Yes, bonus action healing word on her. Can't see anybody else on our team.
All right, she'll definitely
11.
take that.
And then I will use a shot of True Strike on this guy.
Okay.
And I can draw my crossbow as part of the attack, right? That's how that stuff works.
As long as it's reasonably close to you, yeah.
It's always like strapped to my back is how I would imagine it. So
Yeah, I mean, part of attacking is like they made it super easy, so you can basically pull it, yeah. 9, unfortunately, is not going to hit.
All right, and then I will run. I have 15 more feet of movement, so I'm going to run over here, and then I'm going to basically hold my hands out. Grim, take it! With the crossbow, so that he can take it and try to shoot somebody with it.
Cool.
Right. I believe, Grim, you still have a shield equipped, am I right?
Yeah, but I'm going to do Arnold Schwarzenegger one-arm style.
Okay. All right. Okay, we move over to that guy has been slain. Let's get him out of initiative. It's Archgale's turn.
All right. I am going to move 5, 10, 15. Can I go down one more onto the very end of the boat?
Yep.
20. Okay. So nice. I'm going to. Oh, my sheet just crashed. One moment. That really sucks because now I got to open two. Let's get mine back up. I'm gonna do. Let's see. All right, mass healing word. I'm going to target Laud, Glory, and our new friend, the captain.
Okay.
And this is going to be um at the mm, at the 5th level. All right, healing going out. Oh, and I'm also targeting Artem, but that's not going to work. So
You are correct.
he's dead. Oh no, he's dead. Okay, got those people healed. And then since I'm over here, I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on the one that is fighting the skipper.
Is mass healing word a bonus action? Or I'm sorry,
Yes.
did you do mass healing word or mass cure wounds? I was confusing that too.
Healing word.
Healing word. Okay, so yep, Toll the Dead on that guy. Alrighty. He is not affected.
Wow. What a roll. Okay, I end my turn, and then it'll be the angel's turn. I gotta reopen that sheet too. 1 second. Alright, there we go. Angel's gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then it's gonna shoot at the one closest to Caliban.
All right. Ooh, it actually cannot see that one, so these attacks will be at disadvantage. Is that who you'd
Gotcha,
still like to
okay.
target?
I don't think I can see any of them in that case.
You are correct. Where you moved it, it can't see any creature.
Can I take the attack and then move, or do I have to do both attacks right now?
No, you can attack and move.
Okay.
So
5,
that first one, of course, misses.
10. Now I can see it?
You can now see it, yep.
All right.
Yeah, 25 will hit.
Damage is broken. Sorry, I don't know why that broke. Just click on the damage and it wasn't working. But there it is.
No worries. Might want to do a refresh. All right, 17. Oh, you added the 5 already. So 12. All right, that
Yep.
strikes into him.
And I end my turn.
All right, as we move to the top of the next round, this one gives out this horrific shriek that echoes in this area. He's then going to drop Electra as she slams down into the stalagmite. Striking into that, she's going to try to grab on, but she fails to do so, so falls into the water.
Wasn't she grabbing him or something like that?
She was, but as he's trying to get away, she's letting go because she doesn't want to go with him, essentially.
Okay.
So, yep.
Yep.
She falls down, is going to take that damage. And he's then going to fly away. Let's see. Based on his speed, he's going to fly quite far off the map. If you're interested in chasing him, I will let you know how far away you have to go. He's outside of any of you's dark vision at the moment. All right, Barnaby.
All right. I'm going to go Eldritch Blast at the one that's injured already.
Okay.
All of them, yeah.
All 3 will hit. Yep, that'll be enough damage. It hits both rays, strike it, and it falls out of the air before the third one can even hit.
But it continues on, right, Adam? And hits the other one, right?
Not quite.
That's old D&D when you're playing when you're 12, right?
Absolutely right. Yeah. All right, Grim.
Artlaw, draw a picture of this. One hand shot with the heavy crossbow to the one guy left.
All right, you do what you can trying to shoot one-handed, aka this is going to be at disadvantage.
Is it Dex? It's Dex, right? So it's even
It
better.
is Dex base, yeah.
Okay, well,
If you don't have it built in, you can just throw a d20 and we'll figure it out. Or 2d20 since it's at disadvantage. Throw one more for me, please.
Ooh!
All right, that is going to be a ranged fumble. The first ranged shot Grim made the entire campaign is a fumble.
Here we go.
Sorry about your crossbow, bud. It's in the water.
All right, that is appropriate. You are quite embarrassed.
Give me that pack.
Yes. That's it. That's it.
All right, this one is going to fly very far off map this direction. Based on where you guys are at, unless anybody's trying to chase them, let me know. Otherwise, we can end combat.
I think we would just try to retrieve our companions.
All right, hearing nothing, I'm going to end combat there, folks. Feel free to move as you wish.
Isn't Glory still flying?
Yeah, I'd bring Artem back to the boat.
Oh, here. Yeah. I'll get Caliban over here.
All right,
What
the
about her?
angel flies down to you, Caliban. Oh, yes. Quickly, what you're going to notice is she is sizzling in the water. Her skin is burning. She reaches out, grabs onto the stalagmite, and is holding on to it for dear life.
I'll go get her.
All right, if you fly down to her, she looks at you apprehensively, but realizes she doesn't have much of a choice, so she will let you grab her.
She's a practical vampire.
Okay, I'm gonna drag Caliban back as well over here.
Fly with Caliban. All right, you scoot him on over to the boat. All right, the boat is listing a little bit west and east here as you're going to play with the wheel to make sure it doesn't go too far any which way. It is anchored at the moment, so it's only got about 10 feet of slack. With the winds and the sail, it's kind of pushing it mostly this direction to your west. So if you sat here for too long, it would probably start to butt up against this stalagmite. Probably wouldn't damage it or anything like that because it's not moving very quickly, but that's kind of what you're seeing at the moment.
What about Artem? Can we bring him back?
I have some bad news. And good news. And good news. I don't have a diamond. Like a big one that is required. I have small diamonds, but not big ones.
Does that
the
work
good
that way?
news. Yes, it's I need Oh wait. Well, yeah, for Raised Dead. Yeah, I need a diamond.
I mean, like, I wasn't sure if, like, mechanically you can use, like, multiple that add up to that cost, or if it has to be one that costs that much.
I actually asked that, and I got told no.
Okay, all right.
Otherwise, I would totally. But the good news is we just have to get a long rest, and then I can use my divine intervention to cast that without material components.
Okay, can we stabilize him or something?
No, he's dead. Unless you mean
like
gentle
just-
repose?
Yeah, that.
For practicality's sake, I am going to say that, Artem, you are using your weapon during the fight, right?
Nope, I never took it out.
Okay, well then it is still sheathed at your side. All right.
I don't know if I need to, but I can. You know what? I will, actually. I'll go ahead and do that on him.
You don't want them to start stinking up the place.
This place already stinks.
I'm just running low on spells, guys.
Well,
Yeah,
you
but
can
it's
do
also
that
like
one as a ritual.
Oh, can you? Okay, there we go. Then I'll do that. Well, 10 minutes, long time. I don't know if we want to sit around. Well,
We should do it. We don't know
yeah,
how long it's going to be before you can rest.
yeah, okay. Then I will do it as a ritual and burn the 2 copper pieces.
All right, fair enough. Okay, you have gentle reposed Artem here. I'm going to go ahead and remove his bleed icons. We're going to assume that if he gets raised, that those aren't still in effect. Okay, Alexstra looks very surprised at all of you. And you see she kind of is trying to be respectful, maybe even a bit bashful. And she says, well, thank you so much. I'm very glad that you were able to save me. Those horrific creatures, I always try to avoid this area. Well, would you like me to try to steer us out of this nightmare?
Yes, I'll get the anchor. You're probably best at the helm, Captain.
Please, yes. Can I have my items back, the logs and such, so I can make sure to steer us in the correct direction?
Yeah. They're right here in my hand. Here you go.
Thank you, thank you. I'll just head up to the wheel then. And you see she looks at the charts, kind of lays them down and grabs the wheel, waits for you to pull up the anchor, which you do. And then she starts navigating you guys out of this. So essentially you're kind of going in this sort of direction, making your way out of this stalagmite forest. How long does the angel last? Is it like hour or less?
I believe so. Let me take a look.
All right, do a quick double check. The vessel will continue to move. Is there anything particular you guys are doing other than just staying on the boat?
It doesn't say I have to dismiss it.
Should have a
Or
duration
that
on there.
there's... No.
What?
Concentration up to
Oh,
1 hour.
1 hour. There it is. I was just gonna... Oh, that's why it's under the sea. It's not in the usual place like other spells are.
Yep, no
I
worries.
can't recall if we covered this before, but would I be able to like conjure the hut and have it move with the ship, or does it just kind of like stay in place while the ship is moving?
I think it would. I think it would not attach to the ship. You can post it again for me, but I think the way it works is it creates it as like a dome in an area. So I don't know that it would move with the object.
Yeah, here, let me post it 1 sec.
Remain stationary for the duration. Right. So it will not move
Yeah,
with the
okay,
ship.
Okay, cool.
Alrighty. So you guys continue sailing. Again, if there's nothing specific you guys are doing, I can just kind of explain the passage of time.
Yeah, I mean, I would just be trying to get like a short rest or a long rest in if it takes long enough, basically.
Okay, short rest is what I heard there as far as time goes. So we'll pass an hour by as you continue sailing across the Sulphur Sea. You guys can take a short rest if you wish.
I will
again-
take a short rest. I don't need hit points. I just took my action surge back.
Okay.
I also just wanted some channel divinities back.
Okay, and then I will, at the end of that long rest, use my inspiring leader feat to give everybody that is currently alive 16 temporary HP, except for the captain. And then I will use my musician feat to give, let's see, me, Glory, Caliban, and Barnaby inspiration.
Thank you, sir.
Is that
I feel
heroic or
inspired.
bard?
Sorry?
As regular inspiration, heroic inspiration.
Yeah, regular inspiration.
And Adam,
Heroic.
to check to see if you take a level of exhaustion. That's a con save.
DC 10 con save. Yep. All right, so you guys have sailed for an hour, moving along your way. You notice the captain doing what she can to try to navigate here. She's looking at the charts and so forth. All right, you guys continue moving along the way. As you're doing so, there is a random roll involved here. Who would like to be the first person to roll a random roll?
Do you have to roll low?
You don't want to roll low. Yeah, go ahead, Graham.
I want to just be vigilant and making sure she's heading towards the island. So as best I don't know, but I'm just making sure she's heading north-ish as best I can.
Give me a survival check. Yes, as best you can tell in this foreign land where you're underground and there's no sun and no reference points, it seems like she's going north. Anything else from anybody? If not, I just need a volunteer to roll a die, and you don't want low.
I ain't rolling, guys. Sorry.
I'll go.
You rolled the less crit.
All right, I heard Grim call it a D6, please. All right, you pass by this bit of time uneventfully so, making your journey for another 4 hours. As you guys continue sailing across the Sulphur Sea, seem to be making good progress, not running into any real issues here. You're going to continue sailing. Anything you guys are doing in that period of time?
I had mentioned at the previous one that I was trying to potentially get a long rest in. Would I be able to be like doing that during that time? So at the 1 hour for the short rest, say like 4 hours of sleeping during that time?
So you haven't gotten to the point where 24 hours have passed since your last long rest, so you still have like 6 hours before you can start the long rest.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, so if nothing...
Yeah, could we... Actually, never mind. I was going to say maybe we could short rest again for more resources, but I think everybody's got everything they would get. Okay.
You could do that if you wanted to.
I could use
don't...
inspiration.
Yeah, that would be, I think, the only thing we would get, right? Would be inspiration for you, and I guess also the captain. But I don't know if that's worth burning a second long rest. We might need one.
I might get another rage.
In this campaign, I don't think we set any limits on short rests, right?
Okay, if there's no like 2 per day thing, and we just have time, then sure, might as well, right?
Yeah, that's not till our next campaign. I'm double checking. I don't see any role about limited short rest. So yeah, you could take another short rest.
Okay, and then I would hand out the same temporary HP that I had already done, so nobody's HP would change. But the only thing would be inspiration would go to basically anybody that doesn't have it, which I think is just Archgale at this point. And if the captain can get it, try to give it to her too.
Okay, yep, she's got it.
And it's 16 for your temp, right?
Yep.
And just to clarify, is that also going to her or no?
No, it's 6 creatures, so I would give it to our normal party minus Artem because he's down.
All right, fair enough. Okay, you guys continue sailing. Next volunteer to roll me a d6.
I'll do it.
And on a 1, you've run into a bad hazard. Please roll me a d4 there, Archgale. Okay, as moving through this area, you've hit an area of geothermal activity. You notice as you're making your way in this direction, the water is starting to boil. You notice the captain says, "Whoa, oh, we got to get out of this area." And you see she hurry up and tries to turn the wheel as best she can to try to navigate out of here. Clouds of steam start to lift off the Sulphur Sea, swinging around the ship. You guys are going to be in this for a bit of time, and each round you're in this, the heat from the air around this area is going to burn you. And Archgale, please roll me a D100.
Is this one I want to roll low?
No, you want to roll high.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it mixed up, man.
Oh God.
Yeah.
All right. So as this heated water is all around, you notice that there is some movement in the water as forms start to come to the surface. This is where we will end the session. Let's see. Artem, since you are still technically dead, until you are brought back to life, I'm going to let you control Electra. And then once you're brought back to life, we'll obviously switch back to you controlling your character. Does that work for you?
Yep, that works.
All right, sounds good. Good session, everybody. Tough battle there. We will continue next week with this adventure and see if you guys can survive this next battle before you can finally get a long rest. All right, have a good night, everybody.
Enjoy.
Great
Yeah,
job,
here,
guys.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, bye, everybody.
here's where the
Okay.
Kraken comes in.
Hey, stop looking at my notes, Bill.
He rolled a 4 out of 100. It's going to be something.
I mean, there's always a Kraken in the dark, scary
There you
waters,
go,
right?
there you go.
Good
Enjoy,
bet,
folks.
good bet. Yeah, good night, all.